Okay, guys, gather around. New duty roster's in. Hey, isn't that going to be kind of confusing? Lieutenant Parker and Ensign Parker in the same outfit?
Don't you get it, Mr. Parker? This is for you.
Today's the day the promotion list comes out.
You're a cinch to get your silver bar.
Hey, you guys think I'm finally going to make it?
You can't miss. Right now, you're the world's oldest living ensign.
Parker-san, I finished your cake. How you like? Hey, congratulations, Lieutenant Parker. Boy, that's great. It should say Lieutenant J.G. That's junior grade. Here, I'll fix it.
You sure you can handle it?
Are you kidding? I'm the best weapons man in the outfit. Be careful.
Hold it. What's going on here?
Oh, well, sorry, Skip. My finger froze on the trigger.
Did you get the news, Skip?
Yeah, Mr. Parker finally made lieutenant, didn't he?
Get out the cake knife, Fuji. It's party time.
Wait a minute. Chuck, I'm afraid you got the wrong lettering on that cake.
Yeah, no, it should be Lieutenant J.G. I was just working on it.
No, it should be ensign.
Ensign! Hey, did you guys hear that? I made ensign. I am an ensign.
Chuck, I'm afraid Binghamton gave you the zinger again.
Oh, that no good.
Wait
a minute. All right, agreed, he got a raw deal, but the main thing is, Chuck, don't let it get you down.
Well, don't worry, Skip. I'll be the same guy I've always been. On my toes, efficient, alert. Real Navy.
Not making lieutenant really got him down.
Say, Mr. Parker, I just heard a great joke. How do you get 4 elephants into a Jeep?
I give up.
2 in the front and 2 in the back. First time I heard I thought I'd fall down.
Hey, Mr. Parker, don't you have an Uncle Joe?
I give up.
No. It says right here the new head of Naval Affairs Committee is a Senator Joseph Parker.
No kidding.
Hey, if your uncle's a senator, you're a cinch to get promoted.
Why didn't you tell us?
That's not my Uncle Joe.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. My Uncle Joe's a plumber back in Chagrin Falls. The only way he'd get in the Senate is if it sprung a leak.
Wait a minute.
What's the bit, Grube?
It's a punching dummy. It's the image of him.
It's a little business item Fuji and I whipped up. Clobber the Captain Incorporated. Half a buck a sock, we'll make a fortune.
Hey, Groove, that's beautiful.
Hey, let me try it.
Stand back. Mr. Parker gets first crack.
On the house. That's why we rushed it through, to perk him up.
That's a great idea.
Hey, let's get him over here.
Hey, Mr. Parker, come here.
Now what? Oh, look, you guys. How many times do I have to tell you that it's no use to... Oh, afternoon, sir. Bam! Fuji, you better get out of here.
At ease, Mr. Parker. Here, look.
Grover, what are you doing? Oh, look, sir, you gotta forget... Hey, gosh.
Take a shot at him, Mr. Parker.
It'll relieve your frustrations.
Clobber, go ahead, Mr. Parker.
Well, boy, I'd sure like to, Grover. You sure you can't get court-martialed for striking a superior dummy?
Go out, be my guest.
Well, all right. Take that, sir. Hey, boy. And that. And that. And that. Hey, and that. Hey, boy, this is great. I'm going to get my boxing gloves.
Lester, you are a genius.
Boy, it sure cheered him up.
Hey, listen, let's call the Skip over and let him have a whack at him, huh?
Oi, Vay! Little Binghamton's coming!
Quick, guys, let's stash him. Get rid of him fast.
All right, Captain Binghamton. Now, what are you doing here, sir?
Just a little surprise inspection, McHale. Make sure you haven't sold everything to the nips.
Look at that.
McHale, how dare you ask me to promote that punch-drunk dodo?
Hi, Skip. Okay, stupid, this is for nothing. Leave him alone, Skip. He'll bounce back.
Hey, Slug. Chuck, what have you done?
Oh, boy, unless Gruber's punching bag can talk, I made a boo-boo.
Just point me out of a column.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir. I thought you were a dummy.
A dummy? No, I'm McHale, sir. I'm McHale. Calm down, sir. Calm down. He's just shook up about his promotion. Promotion? Where are my glasses? Glasses. They're
over here, sir.
Oh, here. Get the glasses. Where did everybody go? Where are the glasses now? Here they are, sir. Here they are. Those aren't glasses. No. They look a little broken, sir. I feel a little broken, too. But if I remember correctly, sir, you do have another pair, don't you? That's in my drawer. In my desk with my manual on criminal procedure. Now, you speak out, Parker. I know you're here somewhere. There you are. All right, you're under arrest. I'm taking you in. Don't let you happen.
Clobber the captain. Ought to clobber you!
If only the real dummy hadn't shown up.
Knock it off! Of all the... Oh, what's the use? I'm gonna go over and try to talk Binghamton into letting Chuck out of the brig.
Poor Mr. Parker.
Maybe the skip will spring him.
Are you kidding? With Binghamton as mad as he is, even the White House couldn't get him off the hook.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Maybe not the White House, but what about the Senate?
What are you driving at, Grube?
Well, suppose nephew Charles gets a little letter from his Uncle Joe. Senator Joseph Parker of the Naval Affairs Committee.
And Binghamton gets to read it.
Mr. Parker would be out in a minute. Sure thing.
Let's start writing.
But the skipper just
They'll
said...
never know. Let's go.
Come on, move.
Geneva Convention say no.
Come on, Gruber, let's take that letter from the senator and show it to Captain Binghamton before it's too late.
Absolutely not, Tinker. Captain Binghamton is never to find out that Mr. Parker's uncle is Senator Joseph Parker, head of the Naval Affairs Committee.
Tink, Mr. Parker made us promise never to tell. He wants to make it on his own.
Oh. You there.
Why, Lieutenant Carpenter.
Well, what is this that I just heard about Ensign Parker's uncle being a United States Senator?
Mr. Parker's uncle, a senator? Why, that's ridiculous, sir. He's just an ordinary plumber. Honest.
Let me see that letter.
Letter, sir? What letter?
That one.
Move the letter!
Stop that! To Ensign Charles Parker, from the Senate of the United States, the office of the Honorable Joseph Parker. Plumber, huh? Some plumber. Wait till the captain sees this, huh?
I tried everything. Everything. But that Binghamton just would not call off the court-martial. Now, the question now is, how will you plead?
Well, how about on my knees?
Now, will you? Now, look. Captain Binghamton.
Ah, Quentin. Hello, Chucky. Oh, sailor, unlock the cell.
Unlock the cell? You mean you're letting Ensign Parker out?
No, I'm letting Lieutenant Parker out. Hello, Chucky. Brought you your new silver bars.
Gee, I didn't know he got promoted before he got court-martialed.
Who's getting court-martialed? Who?
But you said he was, sir.
Oh, that's just hazing a new lieutenant. You know how I love a good joke, Lieutenant. Love it. Now, let's get out of this terrible place. Well, I have to be running along now. By the way, Chucky, here's a letter that came from your Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe? Well, how did you?
Now, don't worry, Chucky. I'll keep it a secret about your uncle's job.
Well, you don't have to keep it a secret, sir. He even advertised in the Yellow Pages.
I knew you'd make it, Mr. Parker.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, Mr. Parker. You'll make a fine lieutenant.
Something screwy going on here.
Huh? Oh, no, Skip. They pin on.
Oh, no. I don't believe it.
Huh? Well, no, look, right here's the pin.
Come over here, you guys. You meatballs have done some dumb things in your day, but this takes all the marbles. Forging a letter from a senator.
Well, wait a minute, Skip. That's not from a senator. That's from my Uncle Joe. Didn't you hear, Binghamton?
That's what these apes wanted him to think. Chuck, the only reason Leadbottom promoted you is because he thinks that Senator Joseph Parker of the Naval Affairs Committee is your uncle.
But he...
Look, Skip, what's so terrible? It got Mr. Parker off the hook.
It even got him his promotion. Sure, and Binghamton will never find out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Lieutenant! Chucky! I got some wonderful news. Chucky, it's wonderful news. I just got this message from your uncle, Senator Parker. He's making a tour of all the bases in the South Pacific, and he's coming here to Taratupa today to refuel.
What? Senator Parker's coming here?
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful? Is that amazing news, boy? Just think of it. You and I today were going to be down at that airstrip at 1600 hours saying hello to your uncle. Now, Chucky, you go and get dressed, and while you're putting on your new bars, you think of some wonderful things to tell your uncle. About me.
When that senator gets here, we're goners.
You know, why does everything have to happen to us so fast?
That's all my fault. I should have never forged that stupid letter.
That's all my fault for hitting the captain and breaking his glasses. I should have known he wasn't a dummy.
Sure should have known he wasn't a dummy.
Hey, hold it. Hold it. Chucky, you just cued me onto something. It's a long shot, but it could work.
It better be good, Skip, or Binghamton will see right through it.
Yeah, well, if Chuck and I have any luck, Binghamton won't be able to see through anything. Gather around, you guys.
What do you want barging in here when I'm giving my speech to the... Chucky, boy.
We're just reporting his orders, sir.
Yes. Well, come in, boys, come in. So I'm sorry that I snapped at you like that, but I'm a little shook up about meeting your uncle. You know, I never met a senator before.
Me neither.
What Lieutenant Parker meant, sir, was that, well, when he left the States, his Uncle Joseph was still in the house.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, he was out in the backyard, fixing a cesspool.
Fixing it. Cesspool. That's a riot, isn't it, sir? Sir, why don't we get down to the airstrip,
Oh, what's the rush? I mean, Carpenter's down here. He's taking care of everything. The honor guard, the band, the works, and my Jeep isn't here yet.
Well, sir, I had an idea that with the airstrip so close to the water, why don't we all go down on the 73?
Yeah, Uncle Joe's wild about boat rides.
Oh, he is? Oh, well, a dear man. If that's what he likes, that's what we'll do. Fixing a cesspool. Let's get ready to go, boys, huh? How do I look, Chucky?
Well, just fine, sir, except for the hat.
The hat? What's the hat?
Well, you see, Uncle Joe's a middle-of-the-road man, and he doesn't like anything that leans to the left or right. Here, let me fix it for you, sir.
Oh, my glasses. Where are my glasses?
Right over here, sir. Right over here, sir.
I don't
Right
know.
underneath your left foot, sir.
Oh, no, hell.
Oh, what's the broken glass, sir?
That's my last pair of glasses. Parker, you little bird brain, you klutz.
No, sir, it was just an accident, sir. Besides, we don't want to keep the senator waiting, sir.
The senator waiting. That's right, McHale. What's a little pair of glasses between a friendship like Chucky boys, huh?
Here, sir.
Well, yes. I see you, boy. I see you. Well, let's go. We don't want to keep the senator waiting, do we? No. I mean, who needs glasses anyway? Yes, come on, boys. Here we go. Everybody go. Easy down. You're moving everything.
Come right this way, Captain. I know you can see fine. Easy does it. Get that man's name. Yes. Watch your step. No, that's nothing, sir. He just came off the boat. Everything's in fine shape. Yes, sir. Here we are, sir, right at the airstrip.
You don't have to tell me, McHale. This airstrip's my pride and joy.
Boy, sure is a beautiful sight, sir. I can remember when this place was nothing but jungle.
Oh, yes. Darn, I wish I had my glasses. I love to look at the airstrip, you know.
Yes, sir.
Everything ready for the senator's arrival?
Oh, yes, sir. As a matter of fact, here comes the color guard now.
Company, halt! Face! Stand, arm!
Honor guard ready for your inspection, sir. Yeah, I know it, McHale. I'm not completely blind, you know.
You're not, sir?
No, of course not. Square that hat, sailor. Square your hat. Oh, good. Yes, clean. The guns are all clean. There's quite a few of them out here.
Oh, yes, sir?
Oh, I tell you, these men are the cream of the Jaratupa fighting.
Yes.
Got everybody out today.
Oh, yes, a long line, sir.
Why can't you have your men look like this?
Well, I'll certainly give it a try, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, I hear a plane, sir. Yes, a plane. Yes, it's the Senator's plane, all right, sir.
He's coming in for a landing.
Hi, Senator, hi.
Look at that, sir. Perfect landing.
He's taxing toward us now. That's it. Watch that wingtip, sir. Stand back. My word, that was close. Yeah, we must be standing right on the runway.
Oh,
Stand back, Chucky. I don't want you to get hurt before you have a chance to tell the Senator about the promotion.
Yeah. The band here it comes, sir. And they're marching better than ever.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Our little band never sounded better.
Yes, sir, they sure do. And they're marching far better than the honor guard, sir.
Oh, don't tell me. Carpenter put on quite a show here, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
By the way, where's Carpenter?
Oh, he's not here, sir. He's probably down at the airstrip.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Mr. Parker means down at the other end of the airstrip, sir, with the refueling crew. Oh, here comes Senator Parker now, sir. Right this way. Now, right this way, Senator Parker. Right this way. Announcing the Right Honorable Senator Joseph Parker.
It's indeed
Greetings, my fellow Americans, and special felicitations to you, nephew Charles.
Nice to see you again, Uncle Joe. How's Aunt Julia?
It's indeed an honor,
Oh,
Senator.
Julia's fine, boy. Fit as a boll weevil at chitlin time. Sorry she couldn't send you a missive of home-cooked hush puppies.
Oh, well, that's all right. We're not allowed to keep pets here anyway.
You're allowed to keep pets. That's a good one, isn't it, Captain?
Oh, good one, yes. A regular knee slapper. Right, Chucky boy?
Who in the name of Rhett Butler is this laughing hyena?
Excuse me, Senator, but this is Captain Binghamton, our base commander.
Captain Binghamton, eh? Well, my nephew wrote me about you. Said you were kind of a pushy sort.
No. What he meant is that I pushed him up from ensign to lieutenant, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, the way you can twist a simple statement around, boy, you ought to be in politics.
And now, Senator...
It's Chucky Boy.
Who?
Chucky Boy.
Are you sure that man hasn't had too many mint juleps?
Senator, your plane is waiting. There's a pilot signaling. Here we go.
Just a cut and pick a minute there, Commander. Why, I'd be a possum out of water if I didn't hear that fine band of yours play at least one chorus of Dixie.
But your plane, sir, is waiting.
Please, McHale's. Senator wants to hear Dixie, then he's going to hear Dixie. Is the band still here?
Yes, sir, most of them.
God. Play Dixie.
Stand up straight, boy. Take off your hat. That ain't no hoedown they're playing.
Well, I can't understand it, Senator. Captain Binghamton should have been here half an hour ago.
Lieutenant, this is an outrage. I have never seen such gross incompetence in all my livelong days.
The plane is refueled and ready for takeoff, Senator.
Well, now, that's the best news I had all day. We'll take off immediately.
Oh, but Senator, aren't you going to wait for Captain Binghamton?
We do need the base commander's clearance for takeoff, sir.
Oh, that's right. He's absolutely right, sir. All departing flights must be cleared by the CO. That's a Navy regulation, sir. And we are Navy, sir. Navy.
Unhand me, sir. Unhand me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then tell the captain I'm going to do all my waiting at Comfleet while Admiral Nimitz is typing up his court-martial papers. Forget the clearance and let's go.
Thank you, sir. I haven't been so happy since I was knee-high to a filibuster.
Knee-high to a filibuster. You got off another good one, Senator.
goodness, Senator. Now, come on, Senator.
Sir,
Yes.
it's Chucky boy.
Oh, Chucky, yes.
Unidentified aircraft at 1 o'clock.
I didn't give any plane permission to fly over here. It must be a nip. I heard the senator was here.
Oh, Nip! Hey, hit the deck, air raid!
Wait a minute, Chuck. Wait a minute. Easy does it, sir. Easy. Take it easy, will you, Captain?
I beg your pardon, sir, but you're crushing my seersucker suit.
Don't anybody panic! Try to shoot a U.S. senator, will you?
Chuck, cease fire!
I got him!
Chuck, you just downed an American plane.
Yeah, I know, boy. You see the way I think I'm gonna be sick.
Boy, are we in trouble now?
Hey, Skip, what are we gonna do? Leavenworth, here we come.
Never mind that. Willie, radio air rescue, tell them to pick up those guys if they go into the drink. On a double.
Would you stop all the... Wait a minute. What's this? There's something... Oh, wait a... What is... Oh, that's better. At least now I can see that... This isn't an airstrip. This is McHale's Island. Wait a minute. Gruber! What are you doing in that ridiculous outfit? Gruber, I'm talking to you. McHale! All right, what are you trying to pull on me now? What?
No, easy does it, sir. Calm down. Remember your ulcers, sir.
Hey, Skip, here comes a parachute.
Holy jumping jack. That's Senator Parker.
You shot down a senator? Oh, but this whole thing is a hoax. I'll bet the senator isn't even your uncle.
Well, not by marriage.
Believe me, sir, we can explain.
Well, explain it to the executioner, because I want to have you court-martialed. And you're going to be first, Senator Gruber.
You can't strike me, sir. Congressional immunity.
Don't just stand there, you pirates. Go help the senator.
Yes, let's go.
Here, let me help you, Senator.
Captain Binghamton at your service.
Binghamton?
Yeah.
Then you are the murdering fool who's responsible for shooting down my plane.
Oh, no. These are the murdering fools, Senator, and this is the trigger man.
Oh, and now, Senator, it's all been a terrible mistake, sir.
Mistake? Sir, it was a mistake to put you men in the uniform of our glorious country. Why, I could have you shot for this outrage.
Oh, Senator, you don't know the half of it.
I radioed air rescue, Skip. They'll be sending a boat out fast as you can say Stonewall Jackson.
Captain, I'm not leaving this base until I see each and every one of these men court-martialed, do you hear? And I can promise you that when I get back to... Did you say Stonewall Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, pardon me, son, but you all sound like you come from my neck of the woods.
Yes, sir, Senator. I'm from your home state.
You are? Well, are you a voting age boy?
I will be by next election time.
And not only that, Senator, the whole family's of voting age, and that includes 9 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, well, he's got so many pictures in his wallet, he's got to carry it around like a knapsack.
Shut up. Both of you, shut up. Senator, you were talking about court-martials.
Now, you must be twisting my words, Binghamton. I was talking about giving these men a citation.
But they shot your plane down.
Naturally. It took off without proper clearance and should have been shot down. Well, now, come on, son. We got a lot of visiting to do. Of course, you heard about my new superhighway program, haven't you? I tell you, it's going to be one of the finest.
And now, Captain, about those citations.
Somebody up there hates me.
You're not doing so good down here, either.
Way to go.
Wake up, Captain Binghamton. Sir, wake up, please.
Who's that? What is
It's me, sir.
Can't you burst in here like that? Can't you see I'm busy?
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but this is an urgent message. Sir, Admiral Go-Go Granger is flying in today at 1400 hours.
Admiral Go-Go Granger?
Yes,
the boy Admiral is coming here?
Isn't it exciting, sir? I understand the Admiral's always looking for virile young officers to move up in rank. Oh, sir, I hope I...
Oh, stop tripping, you knucklehead. If there's any man on this base who can impress Go-Go Granger with his youth and his energy, It's me. Understand that? Me.
You, sir? Oh, no offense, sir, but you have been very tired lately.
Tired? What tired? What tired? Why, I am just reaching the prime of my young manhood. Every youthful muscle in my body is just crying out for action. Ooh.
Sir, I think I'm going to run out and get a butch.
You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here and let your hair grow.
But sure,
sit down there. You're going to take command of the space. I'm going out on maneuvers.
Maneuvers?
Yes.
You, sir?
Yes, me.
Oh, yes, you.
Where else would Go-Go Granger expect to find a rugged, young combat officer behind a desk? Ha! Here, you get me a boat and a crew, quickly.
But, sir, they're all out. That is, except the 73, sir.
Well, that's all the better. If Go-Go Granger finds me out with those pirates, he'll know I'm made of steel.
Oh, yes, sir, I'll get mine. Would you
no, don't call. He's on his own island. That's a toll charge. You go over there.
I'll run, sir,
Go. Go-Go Granger, huh? Well, just wait till he gets a load of Binghamton. Oh, charge! Great.
Toss the mail aboard. Let's get back to the island, Chuck.
Boy, you know, I'm getting weaker. My mother sent me another fruitcake.
Hey, you there, McHale.
Holy mackerel. Take a look.
McHale!
Hey, hit the deck. It's a raid. I told you he said he was going to get us.
Good morning, sir. You going someplace?
Yes. We're going someplace, McHale. So I'm taking over the 73. We're going out on maneuvers.
Maneuvers?
You, sir? Oh, yes, the captain has a wonderful idea. When Go-Go Granger flies in at 1400 hours, Bing Binghamton...
Bing?
Bing? Bing Bing will be leading a combat group out on the...
All right, beat it. Go play with your staple machine.
Go-Go Granger. So that's what this is all about. One question. Tell me, how come you picked my crew?
Because I'm stuck with you, bunch of ding-dong bandits, that's why. It is all right, is it, if I take them away from their bootlegging?
Bootlegging, sir? Oh, no more, sir. Ever since you broke up their last still, that was it.
That's right, sir. I mean, you know how hard it is to get parts with the war on.
Well, it's a good thing, because if I catch them making any more hooch, I'll have them shot. Now, let's go. All right, McHale, where are your scurvy pirates? Where are they? Where?
Well, I don't know, Captain. They were polishing brass when I left, sir.
Maybe they ran out of clean rags.
Mm-hmm. There they are. Polishing brass, huh? They're up to something. I'll bet you 10 years in Leavenworth, huh?
Oh, no. I'm sure you're wrong, sir. Well, maybe they just took a break, sir. Hey, Chuck, why don't you help the captain store his gear on board?
All right, Skip. I better get aboard, sir. It's the only way to get a good seat.
Yeah. Good seat? I'll give you something for your seat.
All right, you apes, where you been? What kind of racket you got going this time?
Nothing, Skip. You know how us growing boys need our coconut milk.
Yeah. Particularly when it's 100 proof. You no good connivers are back in the booze business again, aren't you? Turn, Hut.
All right, McHale, what's going on? Wow.
Nothing, Captain. The boys just out gathering coconuts, sir. Yes. All right, boys, put everything down. Captain's going to take us out on maneuvers.
The boys were just out gathering up coconuts?
You gotta be kidding me, Gil. There's no easy money in coconuts.
Oh, no. Yes, sir. You see, sir, we find that coconut oil is very good for machine guns, yes.
Greatest gun oil in the world, sir.
Yes.
Hey, boy, I'll be darned. Oh, boy, you better not use this one. It smells spoiled.
Let me have that. I smell a rat. In fact, I smell 7 rats.
Yes, sir. Well, don't you think we better be going, sir? Go-Go Granger may be coming in very early, sir.
You're trying to hide from me. Go-Go Granger isn't due here till 1,300 hours. Let's move out on a double.
Yes, sir.
Hubba.
Come on, boys, on the double. Hubba. Come on, let's go. Come on, get out of here.
Oh, that oil's pretty strong. I think I'll have another one.
All right, we're at 30 degrees. Ready, all stations. Prepare to assault the beach.
Assault the beach? Captain, look, we've been at this over an hour. Can't the men take a break?
Yes, the men can take a break. They can take a break right down to Seaman's Second if they don't look good assaulting that beach. We're gonna take Dead Man's Cove.
Dead Man's Cove?
Dead Man's Cove?
Dead Man's Cove?
Dead Man's Cove.
What is there an echo in here? What is that? What?
Sir, why Dead Man's Cove, sir? Well, why couldn't we land down by the...
No, I'll tell you why. Because this is on Go-Go Granger's flight plan. And when he looks down, he's gonna see Binghamton toughening up those misfits of yours.
But sir, the Dead Man's Cove is full of rocks, sir, where we'll smash our bottom for sure.
Yeah, and you know how painful that is.
Pipe down, both of you. Full speed ahead. We're gonna take Dead Man's Cove.
And we're dead.
Follow me. Let's go. Bing.
Hey, Skip, you gotta stop and look.
He's heading straight for the still.
And it's loaded with booze.
For the love of... Captain, wait a minute, Captain!
Come out of it, Gil. You got a little sand in your shoe?
Oh, no, sir. No. It's the booby traps, yes. Why, if this was the real McCoy, sir, well, we'd get murdered going straight in. Yes, what we got to do is to encircle the enemy. So if you'll come with me, sir, I know the trails.
Booby traps? You're the only booby around here, McHale. Now, nothing is going to stop Binghamton. Now, you follow me. Move out.
But Captain,
Oh, boy, we had it. Rock pile, here we come.
Hey, Skip, unidentified aircraft.
Captain Bandit at 3 o'clock. Take cover, you guys.
Oh, relax, McHale. It's no bandit. That's Go-Go Granger. Go! Over here, it's Bing. I'm out of maneuvers. Go, it's Bing.
You just waved it in nip zero. Quick, before he turns, boys, everybody back to the boat on the double. He's a sitting duck. Tinker, start the engines, give her all she's got, boy. Come on, boys, let's go. Come on.
Where'd everybody go? Come back here, you cowards. How dare you leave me alone?
Oh, you're not alone, sir.
What are you doing lying under your commanding officer?
Well, I hate to disturb you, sir, but could you get off? You're heating the water in my canteen.
Get your hands off of me. Run for your lives. Don't get close to me. Your gold bar might glitter. Keep your head down.
All clear, sir. All clear. All clear.
Wait a minute.
All clear.
Wait a minute. What's all clear? Nothing's all clear. I see spots and lines and dots.
Well, now, I'm afraid that's my fault, sir. You see, when we were zigzagging across the field, well, I zagged when I should have zigged. No, I zigged when I should have zagged. Remember when you zagged?
Stop with the nonsense with the zigging and the zagging.
My head hurts. I feel awful. I can't go on.
Right. Oh, but you can't quit now, sir. What would Go-Go Granger say?
I don't care what Go-Go Granger says. Let him go promote somebody else.
I'm pooped. I'm old and pooped. All I want is a drink of water.
Oh, the water's right over this way.
Yeah. Right let go of the strap. I can find the water, but let go of the
Right this
strap. I
way.
know where it is. Just let go of me, that's all.
Here, sir, take all the stuff off.
Take off your own stuff. I get my own things. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'm old and I'm pooped. Let me alone. Hey, that's good water. I realize how thirsty I was.
Wow, that's what I call water.
I feel better already.
Me too.
Sure hope old Lead Bottom and Mr. Parker made out all right.
Ah, boy, a fine time they picked to be left behind. Take care! All ahead, full! Doggone it. They could be hurt, or even worse.
Boy, Chucky, this is terrific. I feel just like a young goat.
Hey, you want to crack heads again?
No. I never business during drinking hours.
No, wait a minute. You mean you never hour during business pleasure?
That's right. Let's have another bill of this water.
Yeah, well, here's mud in your eye.
Hurry up, you guys. They may be hurt.
Let's hope we're not too late, Skip.
There they are.
Okay, that's enough. Dam it up.
All right. I'll dam it up.
Hey, Skip, that no good nip put the blast on our still. The booze is pouring into the stream.
Well, if old Lead Bottom ever finds out what he's drinking, we're dead.
Yeah, you guys and your bright ideas. Come on, let's get those two pie-eyed pixies out of there and fast.
Go, Captain. Be careful.
Here you go, Captain.
Good, Captain. Step easy, Captain.
What?
Let me help you, Captain.
Yeah, well, look who's here. If it isn't the ancient mariner. Hey, Quinny, how about a hooker of water?
Hi, Skippy Wimpy. Pull up a lily pad. We're buying.
Hey, excuse me, Captain, but we better go back to the base. You look a little bush from fighting off that near plane.
Oh, no, not Bush. I've never been so unbushed in my life. I feel like a teenager.
You tell him, Daddy. Oh, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah, we had a rough day, too, Chuck. Christy here, show Mr. Parker back to the boat, will you?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nobody leaves here till I find out why this water makes me feel so good. I feel like a kid again.
Me too. Would you burp me?
All right. Yeah. Courage, Skip. I just got a hot flash.
Huh?
Brace yourself, Captain. I think you've just stumbled over the fabulous fountain of Wacky Packy.
Fountain of Packy? Speak clearly.
Wacky Packy. Literally translated, the fountain of youth. You remember, Skip?
Oh, yes. Oh, that fountain. Oh, sure. That's a native sacred fountain. And that's what keeps him feeling so young, Captain.
Fountain of youth? Well, that explains it.
That does explain it.
Would you burp me? There's only one catch, Captain. The natives will kill us if they catch us belting their youth juice.
Would somebody burp me?
Come on, Captain, we better get going. Those natives will have our heads.
No, wait a minute. I'm not leaving here without taking this water with me. This is my water. You fill your canteens. I'll show those natives.
All right, you heard Wally. Let's fill your canteens to get this fountain on the road.
That's right. Come on, everybody. Thanks, Stinky.
Right, Wally, old baby. We kids got to stick together.
That's right.
Fill your canteens.
Come on,
Fill your canteens. All right, Captain. Now, watch your step here, sir.
You watch your own step, McHale. A kid like me doesn't need any help. Look out, you're jiggling my canteen.
Captain Binghamton, sir. A message from Go-Go Granger. Because of the enemy aircraft in the area, he won't be coming to Taratupa, sir.
No, that's what you think, Elroy. When he finds out about my fountain of Wicky Picky, he'll be here before you can say Admiral Bingham.
Oh, but Captain, I thought you weren't going to tell a soul, sir.
Skip, it's curtains if we don't get back an ace that still.
I'm way ahead of you, Virgin. Well, we'll be on our way now, Captain.
No,
We'll see.
no. That's what you think, McHale. You're not going to take your bunch of bell-bottom bandits back and steal all my wicky-ticky juice. You're going to stay right here. You're going to be confined to the main base. Elroy.
Sir.
You put a detachment of Marines around McHale's Island. If anybody tries to get in or come out, you have them shot. That's S-H-O-T-T top shot.
Oh, sir, it'll be a pleasure. As soon as we get back, I'll send over a bunch of Marines on the double.
But, Captain, you can't do that, sir.
I can't, huh? I already did it, Quentin, old boy. I already did it. Come on, Elroy. We gotta go and contact Go-Go Granger. Did I ever tell you you're a fine officer, Elroy?
Thank you. Oh, you'll be all right, sir. Take it easy. You're all right, sir.
I know. Elroy. Pushing me all around.
Sir, I'm trying to help.
Back to the office and get on the hotline of conflict. Keep it open. I gotta get through to Go-Go Granger.
Yes, sir. I'll let you know the minute I locate him, sir. Don't worry, sir.
Now I know what they mean when they say the natives are restless. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I feel like 22.
Just conked out. He's out like a light. Skip, can't we sneak back up and take the still down while he's sleeping?
With those Marines surrounding our island, use your head, will you?
Well, we gotta do something.
We can't just stand around waiting to get clobbered.
Oh, hi, Mr. Parker.
Will you keep it down? My head's like a balloon.
Mr. Parker.
Oh, boys. Oh. Some fountain of youth. I feel 160 years old.
Hey, Chuck, wait a minute. You said you felt like 160 years old, right?
Yeah. Oh, I could be wrong. You know how I am with birthdays.
Yeah, you just gave me a brainstorm. Boy, if this works, old Leadbottom will be begging us to go back to our island. Come on, boys, let's go.
Well, what happens if he comes out of it?
Quiet. Beautiful, Skip. Rembrandt couldn't have done better. You know something? I'm wasting my talent skipping a PT boat.
Hey, how about that instant grandfather?
I've seen old before, but that's old. That's why I could make a kick from the USO. Skip, here comes Carpenter. Quick, out the back door on the double, on the double. Come on, boys. Go on the double. Let's go, boys.
Oh, Captain. About Admiral Granger, sir. You answered. No!
What is screaming? Who's screaming? What is with the screaming?
Sir,
if you scream at me like that again, I'll...
Sir, what happened to you? Say you've got gray hair.
What gray hair?
There.
What are you babbling about?
Oh, sir, the beard. I can't understand. What happened to you?
You stop looking at me like you've seen a ghost. I don't know what you're doing. My hair, my beard. Oh, my God. I look like I'm 80 years old.
Oh, yes, sir, 80. Oh, but a young 80, sir. Young, you think? Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't have been asleep this long. This is awful.
Sir, I just can't understand it. Why, this morning you were just oozing with youth.
Yes, well, I must have oozed too much. I need help right away.
Oh, I better go get a doctor.
No, wait a minute. My fountain of youth.
Easy.
I'll just take a... Oh, my, it's dry. Quick, go back to the office. There's some canteens in the office. Safe. Hurry up. While I still have 1 foot out of the grave. No. Wally, what happened to you?
Binghamton, we've got to get back to Ireland.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Gruber, we're too late.
No, you're not too late. I'm going to be fine. Just one little sip of my wacky-packy.
All right, but, sir, that's it. That's the trouble. Well, we just got word from the witch doctor on a 6 o'clock drum. You've been drinking from the wrong fountain, sir.
That's right, sir. That wasn't the wacky-packy fountain you were drinking from.
Oh, it was the Kaki-Daki fountain, sir, the fountain of old age.
Kaki-Daki?
This stuff is murder. It lifts you up and then, boom, Social Security.
Oh, you want to see what it did to poor Mr. Parker. Chuck!
Wally, I don't see so good anymore.
Where are you, Wally? Heavens, that's Mr. Parker. Why, he's older than I am.
Oh, you can say that again. I'm even older than my mother. Oh, is that you, Wally?
Keep that old goat away from me. I'm too young to be old. May help me.
Yes, sir. Well, you just let us go back to our island, sir, and I think we can find that witch doctor and get him to cure you.
You do? Oh, well, then you go back to your island. There's not a minute to waste.
Yes, sir.
You tell him, Whitey.
Get him.
Hey, yes, sir. Now, just relax. Easy does it.
Yeah, we did it. It worked.
We're off the hook.
Great.
Oh, a tin hut.
As you were, men.
Boy, they're sure making the admirals younger these days.
Yeah, how about that?
Hey, that's Go-Go Granger.
Hey, and he's heading inside. We better warn the skipper in fact.
Now, you rest your weary bones, sir. We'll be right back in a jiffy.
Yeah, and hurry, Sonny. Oh, and bring a razor. You know, beards are against regulations.
Get in there quick. It's Go-Go Granger.
Hey, what the devil is going on here? You get that witch doctor on the double. Now, go, you numbskull.
Just who are you calling a numbskull?
I'll give me a hug here. Go? I mean, Admiral Granger, sir?
You're Captain Binghamton?
Yes, I was. This morning, back in the good old days.
And I'm McHale's, sir, skipper of the PT-73.
Binghamton, what the devil are you made up for? You been drinking?
Drinking? Oh, no, Admiral. I've been out on maneuvers all morning. You see, go. And that's when I found the Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth?
Yes, only it wasn't wacky-packy that I was drinking, Admiral. It was khaki-dacky, you see. And instead of making me young, it made me old. Is that right, McHale?
Oh, anything you say, sir. Yes, anything you say. He's been working rather hard lately.
Now, wait a minute. What are you trying to pull here, McHale? It's all true, believe me, Admiral. I was not drinking wacky-packy, but I was drinking khaki-dacky.
Will you belay that, Binghamton? I've had enough of your nonsense. Now, drinking on duty is bad enough. But when you start making fun of my youth program...
I'm telling you the truth, Admiral. Wait till you see Ensign Parker. He's over 90 if he's a day. All right, you old fossil, out of there. Out.
Oh, now, Admiral, I want you to meet my executive officer, Ensign Parker.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Parker, you traitor. What are you doing, young? You're an old man.
I don't know. Easy, Captain.
All right, Binghamton, I've had enough of your shenanigans. And take off that ridiculous makeup.
I'm young again. I'm young.
Well, I guess we'll be on our way, Admiral.
Not so fast, Commander. I'll need you 2 men as witnesses. This drunken impersonation has gone too far.
Oh, no, Admiral. I don't know anything about the makeup. I don't understand about that at all, but I know I never drink on duty hours, do I, McHale?
Oh, that's right, Captain. That's right. Well, he never drinks on duty hours.
You better take a big swallow, sir. You must be dying for it, but you say.
It's liquor. Pure, unadulterated liquor.
That's liquor, all right.
I guess the cat's out of the bag, sir.
I'll say it is. Binghamton, I want to talk to you in your office. Alone. Give me a hand here, Lieutenant.
So Admiral McHale's behind this plot. I'm as sober as a judge.
Yes, and I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yes, sir. Oh, that was the narrow escape of all time.
I don't care what Mother says. I'm gonna have a drink.
Not too much. You're a grown boy. Come on, boys. Keep.
Boy, I can't wait for that eclipse tomorrow. We should clean up.
What an idea. The fun and prizes I dig, but where's the entertainment?
Ta-da-da-da-da! Presenting the Great Grabucci. Fancy tricks and snappy chatter. Abracadabra, presto, and type! Well, I had more when I started, but I'm glad you like that one. Here's another one you're going to like. Watch this. No, this is better.
Hold it. Oh, brother, no, I've seen everything. $5 to see an eclipse?
Too high? But Skip, it's going to be a total eclipse. Think of the high-class entertainment that comes with it. Observe the fine art of prestidigitation.
Presto what?
Prestidigitation. It's a word, Skip. Look, nothing in a hat. Up. Picking cottontail.
Hey, Grover.
What are you doing over there? Next time you'll show up for rehearsal.
Maybe you want to cut the price of the tickets to $1.
Wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute. There'll be no tickets and there'll be no shindig. Have you eight balls forgotten a warning that Binghamton gave you?
No chance of him showing up.
Well, we got the whole back area booby-trapped.
Booby-trapped? Have you guys lost your...
Let me down!
Binghamton!
Mamma mia!
Get off, quick, come on.
I'll have your eyes.
Come on, you guys, let's go. Cut him down. Go.
Let me down! Get me down from here! Get me down! Get me down! I'll have your hides fast! Get me down! Get me down from here! You're all under arrest! You'll swing for this! Dimwit Parker, cutting me down from that thing without warning.
Oh, sir, Captain Binghamton, sir,
Oh, you klutz, you have to make so much noise.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I did want to report McHale's crew is safely in the brig, sir.
Oh, good, good. I tell you, this is the beginning of the end. All right, already with the rigging. Will you stop with the rigging? Oh, it's Admiral Rogers. Hello, Admiral.
I just got a signal from the Pentagon. They want to build an emergency landing strip on Monoghy Island. Now, I want you to get in there and sign a treaty with the natives.
Oh, well, you picked the right man, Admiral. I mean, when it comes to native relations, I'm an expert.
These are not ordinary natives. They're bloodthirsty, uncivilized headhunters.
And you get headhunters?
We could take the island by force. But the Pentagon insists, no weapons. So I want you to get in there and give them a good handshake and a smile, and good luck to you.
But Admiral, with the headhunters and Admiral, I don't know about the head. Sorry. Oh my word!
Oh, I heard, sir. Oh, don't go, please. If you lose your head, we'll be without a leader.
Yes, I'll shut up.
Believe me, sir, I admire your bravery, but you can't go. What? You don't even speak the language.
Oh, I know that. I know I do. That's the whole thing. I don't speak the language. I don't feel anything. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know a man that does.
Oh, sir.
Oh, they'll love him. He's got a much bigger head than I do. Give me my hat. We're going to pay a visit to McHale.
McHale? Oh, McHale. Oh, that's brilliant, sir. Oh, that's what I really admire about you, Captain. Your courage is only exceeded by your cunning.
I believe I asked for my hat.
Yes, oh, yes, sir. Oh, sir, I just saw Commander McHale, and he was on his way over to the brig to visit his crew. Follow me.
Elroy.
Oh, yes, sir.
Follow you. I don't follow anybody. I'm a leader. Step aside.
I'm terrible.
Sakes.
Boy, can you imagine that Gruber trying to make money on an eclipse?
Those schlockmeisters will never learn. The captain's really going to lower the...
Okay, guys, coast is clear. Come on, follow me. Oh, hi, Skip. Just going out for a breath of fresh air.
Gruber, you stupid lunkhead.
Cal.
Gruber, come on, get lost. It's I have... Yeah, yes, sir. How do you do, sir? We were just on our way over to the brig to see my men.
How are you? I'm just on my way over there myself, McHale. I wanted to apologize to them for their eclipse party. I realize now they were just having fun.
Just having fun, sir?
Hey, Skip, old lead bottom isn't as bad as we thought. Whoops.
Lead bottom? What the... Oh, is that what you boys call me? Lead bottom?
Oh, sir.
That's cute. Cute. Love it. Oh, my. Is it any wonder I am freeing your fun-loving crew and giving them the choice assignment of the year?
Choice assignment, sir?
You leave in an hour for the glorious, fun-filled weekend on the island of Monoghy.
Hey, Skip, that's great.
Managi? But, sir, that island is inhabited by a tribe of wild headhunters.
Sir, you forgot the best part. Orders from Comfleet. No weapons.
Shut up, Ninny.
No weapon? Captain, you can't send my men and myself over in that island unarmed.
McHale, I never send my men any place I wouldn't go myself.
You mean you're going with us?
Regulations, McHale. Anytime a commander leaves a boat docked at a beach, someone has to stay behind and watch that boat.
Someone. And you're the one.
That we shove off in 1,100 hours. Now, shall we go and notify the boys? Why don't we all drop in on them together?
How about you?
McHale, why don't you replace your divots? McHale, Carpenter and I will stand by here until you get that treaty signed by the natives. Oh, and don't call us. We'll call you.
You're all heart, Captain.
Well, there it is, boys. The jungle telegraph. They know we're here.
What are they saying, Skip?
What are they saying? They're saying, boom, 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 boom. Come on, will you get going? What are they saying?
Okay, guys, let's move out. But remember, don't lose your heads.
Yeah, I know. Oh, easy, boys, easy.
Play it cool, boys.
Manahawi, oh great chief. Buana, Granabe, Chin Chin, Sudani.
Onana, Kinjaka.
Take a load of that face. I wonder how much you charge to haunt a house.
You watch tongue, or cut out.
I think I'll cut out.
Chief, you speak English. Oh, wonderful, great chief. Then we like brothers. We give you trinket. You let American flybird land on island, yes? Make heap good medicine.
No good medicine. Witch doctor die. Evil spirits everywhere.
Oh, that's too bad. But, Chief, if you sign this treaty...
No treaty, no flybird. Until witch doctor chase away evil spirits.
Oh, but Chief, shucks, if that's all that's bothering you, you can use our medicine man. Yeah, our witch doctor.
Your witch doctor?
There he is. Yeah. Granabi, Chin Chin, Grubar.
That your witch doctor look more like yellow-haired pelican.
Powerful magic doctor.
You make good medicine, Kawani friend. You lie, you die.
Okay, run.
Sounds just like the stage manager at the palace.
Yeah, you're all right. Now, look, give him a couple of your magic tricks, and they better be good.
You're telling me you die here, you really die.
That's no lie. Here he is, old great chief.
Well, here we are, folks. For my first miracle of magic, I would like a volunteer from the audience. And on second thought, I'll use my own volunteer. Here he is now, Ensign Charles Parker, WDD.
Here he is, Chief.
Thank you for volunteering, Mr. Parker. Now, for my first trick, I'd like to borrow that pencil in your pocket, if you please. Thank you. Now, if you'll notice, this is a solid, wooden, everyday, common, ordinary pencil. Everyday type object. Would you kindly give that to the chief to examine, please? You. Also notice, friends, nothing up my sleeve, no gimmicks, and no tricks whatsoever. Now, all watch very closely, and you'll notice the pencil will disappear right before your very eyes. How about that, huh? Now, my second trick.
Hey, you owe me a pencil.
I'd like to borrow a string of beads. If someone would kindly give a string of beads to my assistant, Mr. Parker.
String of
Manaluni, use mine.
Oh, Thank you.
But, sir, your sacred deeds?
Don't worry about a thing, Skip. I've done this trick 1,000 times. Now, you'll notice this complete string of highly polished human teeth. Human teeth? Human teeth. Now, your hat, Mr. Parker, if you please. Now, you'll notice I make a few small cuts. There's one right over there, and one right over there, and one right over there. That's 3 in all. Now, here we go. A few magic passes over the hat. Say the magic words, and it's all back together again. Abracadabra, abacazoo, and there they are, as good as they were. And when we...
Wait!
I'll put them together. Wait a minute. I'll get it.
Yeah, right in the head. Hey, you bitch! Run!
Hey, my cap. I'm out of uniform.
I just came back from my hat. Hat. Came back for hat. Had a wonderful time.
I'm going!
Well, now, wait a minute. Well, I'm an assistant witch doctor. You kill a witch doctor, it's 7 years bad luck.
Coma?
Yeah. Well, now, wait a minute. I make powerful medicine, too. Make fire from silver box. Abracadabra, huh? Alakazam. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, boy. Wait a minute, I'll get it.
What you do? What you do?
Oh, I didn't do anything.
You call moon to eat sun!
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. I can't even get the lighter to work. It is eating the sun.
Hey, look! It's the eclipse! It's starting!
We could have been back at the base making a fortune.
We'll be lucky if we get back to the base. Boys, stick together, because those cannibals will be after us as sure... Hey, where's Chuck?
I don't know. Wasn't he behind you?
Oh, no. Come on, boys, we gotta go back after him.
Son! Well, now, wait a minute. I didn't do that. Don't you guys ever read the almanac? That's an eclipse.
Holy Toledo, they think Mr. Parker did it.
Boys, this is just the break we need. Come on, let's go.
Oh, great and powerful Mona Louis. Bring back fire. I'm trying. Hey, Skip. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Oh, great witch doctor. You did it again.
I did?
I tried to tell you, Chief. That white man medicine very powerful. You make our witch doctor very angry. Not sign treaty. So he cover up wholesome.
You got it all wrong.
You see, our witch doctor do spirit dance. Now you keep away all evil spirit. You sign treaty. Let American flyboy land on island.
I sign. When you bring back son.
Oh, you heard him, almighty witch doctor. Bring back the sun.
But Skip, I can't.
Well, fake it. The eclipse is almost over.
Abracadabra! Abracadabra! Alakazam!
Alakazam!
1, 2, button your shoe.
1, 2, button my shoe.
3, 4, shut the door.
3, 4, shut the door.
Gee, I'm just getting the hang of it.
Gal, sir. Are you sure that these savages agreed to sign this treaty? No tricks.
Well, of course no tricks. Oh, sir, would I do anything to endanger your health?
Hey, that's a worry, Trinity. Keep your eyes open at all times. Where were you when that happened?
I was...
Sakes, what a day this has been. Eclipses, headhunters.
That was a bird, sir.
I know a bird when I hear one. Carpenter, why do you always panic at times like this?
Me, sir, but I was just...
Put me down. For sakes. Just keep your camera ready at all times.
The camera, yes, sir.
The chief and I are signing that treaty. You know which is my good side.
Yes, sir, the right side. The one with the dimples, sir. I know.
Well, you better get your dimples ready, sir. We're almost there.
That's right. I don't know.
All right, you man, stand at attention.
Hi, Chief.
All right, McHale, give me the treaty. Let's get this ceremony over.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tell Fatso here who I am.
Who you call Fatso?
I forgot to tell you, Captain, he speaks English.
You did this on purpose, McHale.
No, I didn't, Captain.
No offense, oh mighty warrior. Mighty warrior.
Oh,
where I come from, Fatso means big boss. Big boss. See, I'm a Fatso in the United
big
States
fatso.
Navy. I'll take care of this. Now, why don't we two Fatsos get together and sign the treaty?
No sign treaty till witch doctor chase away evil spirits. Mona! Mona!
Parker is a witch doctor. What's going on around here? Parker, what are you doing out of uniform?
No touch sacred witch doctor!
Captain, you want to get us all killed?
Killed? This is just stupid, moronic Parker. Greetings, almighty witch doctor.
Hello, Captain Fatso.
All right, now we've got the nonsense out of the way. Let's sign the treaty.
Malo malo tiki.
Kneel down, Captain. Kneel down. You see, Dr. Parker has to take away the evil curse. Yes, sir. Hold the treaty up to him, sir.
All silent. Hickory dickory dock. The spirits run up the clock. The clock struck one and down they run. I'm sorry, sir. It's my first day on the job.
Ma!
Nice work there, witch doctor. Yes, now the evil spirits are all gone. It's all right to sign the treaty, isn't it?
Evil spirits all gone.
Oh, here we go, Captain. Yes, you sign now.
Malo nui. I sign treaty.
Good.
Hold it. Say cheese. Oh, wait for me.
Oh, gesundheit, Fatso. Say, can I have a copy of this when we get through? You know, send my mother. Like, you know, her son, the witch doctor.
Now that everything's signed, I guess we can be on our way.
Wait!
We gotta get going. Here's my hat.
You stay here. You Monarchy witch doctor. Tomorrow, big wedding ceremony. Mangawi!
Now, look, sir. Look, Chief, he can't stay for that.
Yeah, besides, I can't perform a wedding ceremony. I'm not even a notary public.
You no perform. These your brides.
Oh, my brides?
Old Monarchy custom. New witch doctor marry brides of old witch doctor.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Chief.
He stay, you go. Come back tomorrow for wedding.
But Captain...
Never mind, McHale. If that's the rule, that's the rule. And Parker's just going to have to marry all these girls, that's all. Nothing is going to stand in the way of this treaty. You understand that? That's an order. Now move out. Hickory dickory dock me, will you?
Skip, don't leave me.
I'll be back tomorrow for the wedding.
Easy for that.
Boy, Skip, I sure hope Mr. Parker makes it through the night.
You really think your ideal works, Skip?
Well, it better...
Here, let me help you, Captain.
No, that's all right, boy. I got that. Are we almost there, McHale?
We'll arrive in Monarchy in 45 minutes, sir.
Good. Dum-dum-de-dum. I can do it myself, man. Get your hands off.
Hey, Tinker. We're leaving now. You follow us in 5 minutes, and then go into your act. Remember, you're Mr. Parker's last chance, okay?
Okay.
Why me? Always me.
Welcome, oh great white fatso.
It's quite an honor to be here, Chief. I bring gifts for the lovely ladies.
Now, two chiefs' brothers. We have big wedding feast. Pogo, pogo!
Hey, Chuck. Skip, you gotta get me out of this. I mean, I got one life to give my country, but this is ridiculous.
Don't worry, you're not on your honeymoon yet.
Well, don't mention honeymoon. Hi, fellas.
Anna boom 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 anna manakana honna boom 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 mana.
Stop the wedding! Stop the wedding! With the married man! He's my husband!
What's on here?
Oh, Charlie, you beast, running off like this.
Tinker. Katinka. Yeah, darling.
Hell, what are you trying to pull here? That woman is Seaman Bell.
Shh, easy does it, Captain. Look, you leave it to me, and we'll not only save Parker, but keep the treaty, too. Just a minute. Now, Chief, Madam. Now, Chief, I'm afraid the wedding is off.
Wedding off? What you mean?
Well, this man is already married, sir.
Well, sorry, girls.
Oh, Charlie, you naughty boy, running away from home like that, leaving me with a sink full of dishes. You come right along with me. Not even a card on Mother's Day.
Wait, stop! You no take witch doctor!
Oh, don't be funny. It's a family car.
Madam.
I swear I'll kill you. I was a woman.
What's this? Woman is not woman. Wife is man.
Just a joke, Chief. Isn't that right, fellas?
This is all going in my report to the admiral.
Maybe joke to you, but Chief have last. Ho-go-ho!
Poga-ho me! You see that? Now you stand back or I'm going to make a big boom-boom like a volcano out of this little pineapple. Stand back, fatso, or boom! Wait a minute.
Boom, pineapple. I see no boom-boom.
No, Chief! No! Everybody down! Get down!
You bad magic. You leave island.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, boys, before he changes his mind.
I'll wait for your commanding officer.
Not you. Better those phonies leave. You have powerful magic in little pineapple make big volcano. You are new witch doctor.
Oh, no, I can't be a witch doctor. I've got a lot of work to do back at the base. McHale, wait.
Now, remember the treaty, Captain. And don't worry, we'll be back for the wedding.
Wait a minute, Skip. Here, Captain.
Is, by some peculiar orbital deviation, currently located within my driveway, nestled beneath the very same grumpy bushes, and it is shrieking, barking with singular ferocity at Lyra, my serene Lyra. So, naturally, my dear Lyra, she gravitates in that specific sonic direction. Judge Bafflemuch's eyes widen slightly. Just a moment, Miss Dawndragon. So, your dog, Lyra, either sees or rather hears Sparklebutt, and subsequently initiates movement in that direction. And at that precise moment, Ms. Dawndragon, is it your testimony that Lyra is unequivocally off-leash? He, Mr. Lumina, says no. He's currently shaking his head in negation. You, Ms. Dawndragon, are saying yes. Whom, amongst these contradictory celestial observations, am I to believe? Deanna sighed. Your Honor, I was agreeing with your prior assessment that I, at that critical juncture, did not possess full planetary control, but she was tethered by her leash. Your Honor, Ms. Dawndragon, whether the shadow chain was attached or not, if you lack control, the practical effect is the same, an unrestrained animal. You are attempting to clarify that Sparklebutt was, as you put it, on one of those retractable leashes, and therefore inherently less controllable. Is that an accurate summary of your attempted clarification? That is accurate, Your Honor, and at that critical moment, Sparklebutt, the menace, was physically situated on my driveway, And you, Your Honor, are logically asserting that my Lyra, was off-leash during this interaction. Correct. On your driveway. And what I am still asking, Ms. Dawn Dragon, is whether Lyra was on a leash or not. You said she was tethered, yet uncontrollable. He, Mr. Lumina, vehemently denies she was leashed at all. Who is fabricating, Ms. Dawn Dragon? Deanna finally seemed to choose her narrative. Your Honor, Lyra was tethered, but I did not possess absolute control. He, Mr. Lumina, was indeed asserting the direct opposite. He was screaming, Your Honor, screaming about how I couldn't control my animal. I recommend, Ms. Dawn Dragon, that you prudently stow your glowing orb and attend to the testimony with your 2 auditory portals. The official report states, when Lyra heard Kitty's tags jingling, no, that's not what I heard. Lyra ran off, and Deanna immediately chased after her. This, Ms. Dawn Dragon, is the constable's official transcribed account of your words, uttered to him at the time. Lorenzo Lumina, seizing the opportunity, held up his leaf tablet. Your Honor, Mr. Lumina's report regarding the veterinary diagnosis unequivocally confirms multiple puncture wounds to the lateral abdominal wall, with a penetrating abdominal wall wound present. Do you comprehend, Ms. Dawn Dragon? Deanna nodded slowly. I do, Your Honor. Eat do. May I, Your Honor, Deanna requested, her voice remarkably steady, despite the clear implications of the report, be granted the opportunity to respond? Only if your response possesses an intellectual caliber somewhat higher than the previous. Assertions of this particular cosmic saga continue. Your Honor, you have before you a Favette bill alleging severe injuries to Mr. Lumina's Glimmerwag. Correct. Specifically, multiple puncture wounds to the lateral abdominal wall, with a penetrating abdominal wall wound present. Very well. Now, Your Honor, my unwavering position is this. When I later inspected Mr. Lumina's Glimmerwag at their cottage, which I did right after the incident, there were no visible wounds whatsoever. And now, suddenly, days later when he finally presents to a Favette, there are profound, penetrating abdominal wall wounds? Your Honor, I reiterate, my Lyra and Sparklebutt never made physical contact. Not at any point. If those injuries existed on that dog, then it was he, Mr. Lumina, who inflicted them. He did that to his own Glimmerwag. Absolutely. My Lyra and I, we swear upon the sacred Lumina oaths. He perpetrated those wounds himself. Lumin erupted, sputtering with outrage. I hurt my own daughter's dog. They never... Yes, you absolutely, Miss Hale, is so delusional. She has a co-conspirator in her husband with these fantastic delusions. I am utterly appalled, Your Honor, utterly embarrassed for her. Mr. Lumina, Judge Bafflemuch said, a new edge to her voice, cutting through the rising tide of recrimination. Ms. Dawn Dragon, you maintain the same stance. Your shadow hound, you affirm, has been erroneously maligned due to an unearned pit bull prejudice. Is that the essence of your defense? Yes, Your Honor. My Lyra is a 12-year-old. Arthritic shadow hound. She suffers from severe hip dysplasia and joint jinxes. I possess glimmer reels of her painful attempts to simply ambulate, let alone sprint like a maniac and inflict penetrating abdominal wounds upon a smaller, nimbler Glimmerwag. It is an absurdity. I can present these glimmer reels now, Your Honor. But she did run out and bite my dog. Lumin insisted. She did not, Your Honor. He is lying. And I shall not permit these ludicrous fabrications to sully Lyra's impeccable character. I stand by the unblemished truth, Your Honor, regardless of the outcome of this bizarre tribunal. Deanna finished, her chin defiantly lifted. Judge Bafflemuch, however, leaned forward, her expression grave. MS. Dawn Dragon, I must confess to finding it exceedingly difficult, indeed, almost beyond the realm of credulity, to conceive of a scenario wherein the parent of any child, particularly a beloved daughter like Aurora, who, by all accounts, radiates an infectious affection, would deliberately inflict multiple, grievous puncture wounds upon her very own glimmerwag. This, to secure a mere few glitter galleons of pecuniary compensation from her neighbor. It is conceptually arduous. Deanna remained unwavering. Your Honor, that is precisely the tragic scenario. Accidents, alas, sometimes necessitate fabrication. The events he described simply did not occur. You are asserting, Ms. Dawn Dragon, that Mr. Lumina, upon returning to his home with Sparklebutt, then armed himself with a miniature ice pick, or perhaps a sharp pixie stiletto, and proceeded to inflict these very wounds himself. Yes, Your Honor, precisely. I cannot speculate on the precise implement, but the act that was committed, and his entire narrative, is founded upon a deception to extort money, and invoke prejudices against Lyra, my innocent Lyra. Ms. Dawn Dragon, Judge Bafflemuch repeated, her voice laced with thinly veiled disgust. You, the self-professed guardian of the truth, expect me to embrace this utterly fantastical fabrication? You expect this esteemed court, the hall of hilarity and hubris, to swallow whole the ludicrous notion that this man, out of malice or greed, inflicted these grotesque injuries upon his daughter's beloved, ailing glimmerwag? Yes, Deanna insisted, her eyes wide with what she clearly believed to be righteous conviction. Judge Bafflemuch slammed her marshmallow gavel down, a soft, sickening thud. MS. Dawn Dragon, at the outset of this peculiar odyssey, I was inclined to award Mr. Lumina the full sum of his favorite expenses. However, having had the unique pleasure of enduring your rather imaginative testimony, and having observed the unshakable certainty of your self-aggrandizing delusions, I find myself in a peculiar state of judicial embarrassment for you, and your husband, if his zealous nodding implies adherence to your particular brand of alternative reality, appears to be a willing co-conspirator in this delusional duet. She shook her head slowly, a sorrowful expression on her face. Judgment for the plaintiff, Mr. Lumina, in the amount of 4,000 glitter galleons, not for the favette bill, but for the sheer audacity of your delusional testimony. Ms. Dawn Dragon, we are done here. Court is adjourned, and for the love of all that is reasonable, acquire some grasp on basic reality. As Deanna and Lyra, followed by her equally stone-faced partner, were ushered out, Lumen, still shaking, turned to Miss Scribblefast. She flat out lied. It's a cosmic shame that beings cannot embrace simple honesty. Lyra never, ever touched Sparklebutt. You know, if your animal commits a transgression, you should be a Lumina man or a Lumina woman, enough to confess it and embrace personal responsibility. Deanna, overheard from the hallway, scoffed. He believes that he inflicted those wounds upon his own dog. It's an insult to my character, Your Honor, an absolute fabrication, that I, Deanna Dawn Dragon, would permit such a monstrosity against Aurora's beloved companion. He, Mr. Lumina, still perambulates past our Lumina cottage to this very day. Some beings, Your Honor, are merely constructed thus. When confronted with their own undeniable culpability, they orchestrate elaborate tapestries of deceit to evade even the smallest fiscal recompense. Officer Guffaw leaned over to Miss Scribblefast. Sarah, the sheer audacity of Miss Dawn Dragon's assertion that Mr. Lumina would deliberately mutilate his own beloved glimmerwag for a few measly glitter galleons defies all logical, emotional, and biological precepts, especially when one considers Mr. Lumina's initial request was merely the simple reimbursement of his favette bill. Such a suggestion places her in the rather unfortunate category of individuals who reside in a particularly skewed orbital reality. Miss Scribblefast nodded thoughtfully. On the opposing side of this galactic coin, Officer, we observe Miss Dawn Dragon. Her narrative, however impassioned, possessed glaring discrepancies. Her inability to fully control her shadow hound, Lyra, as evidenced by Lyra's sprinting down the driveway or gravitating toward the barking, directly contradicts her claims of canine discipline. Furthermore, her official statements to Constable Clipboard painted a picture of Lyra operating far outside the confines of the Lumina driveway, extending even to the public celestial thoroughfare. The notion that such an encounter was anything other than an unfortunate, yet entirely preventable, accident strains the fabric of cosmic credulity. Animals, officer, however domesticated or beloved, remain creatures of instinct, and that, precisely, is why their sentient guardians bear the responsibility of perpetual control. Accountability, Sarah, Officer Gaffaw murmured. It's a rare and precious commodity in this particular dimension. Neither Ms. Dawndragon nor her partner, Mr. Dewey Dawndragon, despite their apparent intellectual faculties, though intelligence, as we often lament, rarely equates to wisdom, seem capable of embracing such. It is a cautionary tale, indeed. Chapter 4. The Ring of Ruined Romance. The courtroom, having barely shed the lingering scent of dog dander, braced itself for the next spectacle. A flutter of silk and an aura of dramatic heartbreak entered as Ms. Alicia Ecliptic, a woman whose every movement seemed designed to be photographed, swept in. Her face, a study in carefully arranged sorrow, hinted at a recent devastating loss. Facing her, with an expression of bewildered exasperation, was Mr. Orion Orbison, a man who seemed to find the entire proceeding a bewildering invasion of his privacy. Order in this hallowed chamber of hastily shattered hearts, Judge Bafflemuch announced, her voice now imbued with a dramatic flair suitable for the unfolding romantic tragedy. Be seated, please, unless the spirits of past lovers intend to offer unsolicited spectral testimony. Ms. Scribblefast, her face betraying not a flicker of surprise at the ever-escalating theatricality, announced case number 1113, Ecliptic versus Orbison. Thank you, Your Honor. You are most welcome, Miss Scribblefast, Judge Bafflemuch replied, fixing Alicia with an almost theatrical glare. Ms. Ecliptic, if my holographic complaint reader has accurately processed the digital grievances, you, dear madam, first encountered the defendant, Mr. Orbison, via the dubious channels of the Celestial Connection Collective, an online cosmic dating service. Correct. Correct, Your Honor, Alicia responded, her voice a delicate, shimmering sigh. It was on the 14th of March of the previous solar cycle, a day I shall forever engrave upon the tablets of my soul. The 14th of March. And on what precise orbital trajectory did your physical forms first intersect? The inaugural corporeal rendezvous. The very same day, Your Honor, a whirlwind of nascent romance. Indeed, and on what auspicious celestial alignment did you, Ms. Ecliptic, see fit to present Mr. Orbison with what I understand to be a rather financially significant token of your burgeoning affection? Alicia hesitated, then said, in the subsequent solar cycle, Your Honor, April, you say, and this financially significant token took the form of a piece of exquisite celestial ornamentation? Yes, Your Honor, I bestowed upon him a magnificent cosmic constellation ring. Do you, by chance, recall the exact astronomical valuation of this cosmic constellation ring? Its appraisal value, Your Honor, was a breathtaking 1,200 starlight shards, though I, in my boundless affection, secured it for a mere 700 starlight shards. Judge Bafflemuch raised an eyebrow. 700 starlight shards, a sum not inconsequential for an individual you had known in the physical realm for precisely 4 weeks, a testament to either precipitous passion or perhaps a fleeting form of pecuniary insanity. And then, in the very next solar cycle, you further escalated this pattern of lavish gift-giving, correct? I did, Your Honor, My heart simply soared. And what celestial trinket did you procure from Mr. Orbison on this occasion? A dazzling gold meteorite bracelet. Your Honor, a cascade of pure cosmic allure. And its corresponding astronomical valuation? I believe that particular piece of celestial craftsmanship approached 900. Starlight shards, Your Honor, just shy of that figure. Judge Bafflemuch paused, leaning back, allowing the sheer volume of Alicia's romantic expenditures to hang in the air like an expensive nebula. Then, her gaze shifting to Orion, she inquired, Mr. Orbison, I implore you, activate your powers of recollection. During these same initial lunar cycles of March or April, what precisely did you, Mr. Orbison, bestow upon Ms. Ecliptic? Orion Orbison, a man of quiet demeanor, who looked as though he'd rather be polishing his telescope than in court, spoke in a low, gravelly voice. I escorted her to Celestial Tiffany's, Your Honor, after approximately 3 weeks of our fledgling courtship. There, I acquired for her a silver Nova bracelet. And this silver Nova bracelet, Mr. Orbison, did it possess any distinctive planetary insignia? It featured a small, shimmering silver with a blue Tiffany star heart, Your Honor, and the specific fiscal burden of this Tiffany star heart trinket, Mr. Orbison? I don't precisely recall the exact figure, Your Honor. However, I have retrieved the transaction log. If Your Honor requires precise calibration, Orion produced a glowing, data-scrolling device from his pocket. Good, Mr. Orbison. Such preparedness is laudable. Stow it for a moment. But now, as other significant acquisitions, what further gifts, if any, did you bestow upon Ms. Ecliptic during these whirlwind months of April or May? In the lunar cycle of May, Your Honor, I presented her with a birthday nebula, an exquisitely crafted diamond star ring. Alicia, a dramatic sigh escaping her, added, He is referring, Your Honor, to the engagement constellation. She then subtly put a finger to her lips, as if silencing a well-rehearsed secret. Judge Bafflemuch merely raised an eyebrow. Indeed, so Ms. Ecliptic, you purchased for Mr. Orbison a cosmic constellation ring and a gold meteorite bracelet, and he, in return, presented you with a silver Nova bracelet from Celestial Tiffany's, followed by a birthday nebula, also known as a diamond star ring, also known as an engagement constellation. Your personal birthday, Ms. Ecliptic, is on what date? The 4th of June, Your Honor, and this rather multifaceted diamond star ring. Mr. Orbison, when precisely did its purchase materialize? I believe it was in the concluding solar cycles of May, Your Honor. I, too, possess the precise acquisition dates. If Your Honor would prefer absolute temporal veracity, Orion again offered his data-scrolling device. Indulge me, Mr. Orbison, provide the specific cosmic chronometry of these significant acquisitions. There were 2 separate transactions, Your Honor, one on May 10th, the other on May 25th. And the nature of the May 10th transaction, Mr. Orbison, that, Your Honor, constituted a preliminary deposit, roughly half the total cost of the ring, with the understanding that I would return to finalize the acquisition. This all transpired within the Celestial Jewelers Boutique, conveniently located beneath Ms. Ecliptic's professional constellation of commerce. So, Ms. Ecliptic operates within a building beneath which is situated this Celestial Jewelers Boutique. Correct, Your Honor. And this establishment, Celestial Jewelers, was presumably already well acquainted with you, Mr. Orbison, given your prior generous expenditures on Ms. Ecliptic's behalf. Yes, Your Honor. Master Jeweler Perry Prism, the proprietor, is a personal acquaintance. Master Jeweler Perry Prism, your personal acquaintance, Judge Bafflemuch mused. And the full astronomical valuation of this diamond star ring? 11,500 starlight shards, Your Honor. 11,500 starlight shards, Judge Bafflemuch repeated, her voice hushed with awe. And this impressive piece of stellar craftsmanship, where, pray tell, does it currently reside? Floating in some nebula of misplaced affections? Or I inside? I am entirely uncertain. Your Honor, I assume it remains within the physical possession of Ms. Ecliptic. Indeed, in any cosmic event, Mr. Orbison, there arrived a fateful moment when the celestial alignment of your relationship dissolved. Your claim asserts that you initiated this separation with rather abrupt finality, correct? Yes, Your Honor, with regrettable yet necessary expedition. You dispatched a succinct text message. Then you orchestrated a covert rendezvous in a comet car, parked, and there you returned to Ms. Ecliptic all the physical ephemera she had left at your celestial dwelling, including, most pertinently, the two extravagant tokens of affection she had bestowed upon you, her cosmic constellation ring and her gold meteorite bracelet. Correct? Alicia, ever the dramaturge, interrupted with a gasp. Your Honor, I did not visually perceive those particular celestial ornaments within the returning satchel of belongings, I assure you. Orion, however, remained calm. They were in the satchel, Your Honor, carefully enclosed in smaller, protective comet catcher bags, and sealed precisely so they would not inadvertently egress the confines of the main satchel. Judge Bafflemuch, however, was in no mood for such niceties. Just a moment, Ms. Ecliptic. I hear you, but I am asking Mr. Orbison. Mr. Orbison, you returned the two gifts she had given you. Is that what you claim? Yes, Your Honor. I meticulously placed them in the designated return satchel. Ms. Ecliptic, did you conscientiously examine the contents of this return satchel? Yes, Your Honor, I did, with the meticulous scrutiny of a forensic astrophysicist, and I can solemnly declare they were conspicuously absent, not present in the satchel, nor, I might add, are they presently residing within the hallowed confines of my humble abode. Judge Bafflemuch regarded Orion Orbison, who had offered a small, knowing nod during Alicia's lament. Mr. Orbison, you silently concur with Ms. Ecliptic's protestations of non-receipt. Or perhaps you tacitly attest to the fact of her loss. Speak. Orion took a deep breath. Your Honor, I explicitly placed them in the satchel. They were wrapped. I handed her the bag. I believe her. Assertion of their subsequent absence from her possession is tangential to the fact of my diligent return. Judge Bafflemuch eyed them both for a long moment, a cosmic pause. Then, with a definitive air, she declared, I find Mr. Orbison's testimony on this point credible. I believe he indeed returned those two particular tokens of affection that you, Ms. Ecliptic, had purchased for him. Alicia slumped as if a star had gone out inside her. Now, Judge Bafflemuch continued, turning back to the scroll of digital complaints. It is further alleged that during the ephemeral lifespan of your romantic constellation, prior to its dissolution, you, Ms. Ecliptic, transmitted to Mr. Orbison a sum of 2,100 starlight shards. This, you claim, constituted your half-share of travel expenses for two meticulously planned romantic celestial excursions, correct? Correct, Your Honor. Ventures that, alas, never materialized into joyous reality. On what precise calendar month, day, and year did the significant monetary transfer occur? Alicia fumbled through her own voluminous complaint scrolls. Your Honor, I possess the precise data regarding the acquisition of the Celestial Tiffany's bracelet. Excellent. Ms. Ecliptic, we shall address the trinket from Celestial Tiffany's momentarily. But first, the precise fiscal transfers. Mr. Orbison, on the 16th of June, 2021, did Ms. Ecliptic transfer a sum of 1,000 starlight shards into your personal orbital bank? Account. Yes. Your Honor, She remitted the funds via the Cosmic Venmo application. I retain records of this. 1,000 Starlight Shard transfer. And on the 11th of June, I see an entry for an Amazon Music upgrade for 400 Starlight Shards, and an abbreviation of NCN Jim, and it mentions the Caroline trip. Mr. Orbison, this is simply too much tangential information. I do not wade into the murky celestial currents of commingled funds between individuals engaged in romantic entanglements unless the provenance is as clear as a supernova's burst. This particular entry is utterly amorphous. However, this explicit entry, transfer date, Vegas baby, 1,000 Starlight Shards. Now that I can interpret with clarity. A precise, unequivocal fiscal transfer. Period. End of discussion. And for the record, the Celestial Tiffany's bracelet had a precise fiscal valuation of 300 Starlight Shards. Correct. So, in effect, a charming trinket, as opposed to a planetary treasure. But the diamond star ring that he acquired for you, valued at 11,500 Starlight Shards, that Ms. Ecliptic is emphatically not a trinket. Judge Bafflemuch then addressed Mr. Orbison. Mr. Orbison, on what precise celestial alignment did you formally dissolve your romantic constellation with MS? Ecliptic? The 30th of July, Your Honor. The 30th of July, and on the 16th of June, a little over a month prior, Ms. Ecliptic had transferred 1,000 Starlight Shards to you, clearly marked for a Vegas baby celestial excursion. This, I assume, was intended for a future voyage. Correct? Your Honor, we had meticulously planned a romantic getaway to the star-spangled spaceways of Vegas for the upcoming Labor Day weekend. However, as you accurately note, I initiated the dissolution of our constellation prior to that anticipated rendezvous. I therefore canceled all subsequent plans, including that particular trip. So, you broke up on July 30th. The trip was planned for Labor Day weekend. This means, Mr. Orbison, you had the entirety of August and then some prior to the scheduled departure. And most reputable cosmic travel agencies offer a 30-day cancellation grace period. What became of the 1,000 Starlight Shards remitted for this specific voyage? Orion looked slightly uncomfortable. The 1,000 Starlight Shards, Your Honor, simply constituted her half share of the anticipated travel expenses for that trip. The full amount was never disbursed to the travel agents. It merely remained within my personal orbital account. Judge Bafflemuch looked at him, then back at Alicia. An honest answer, Mr. Orbison. Indeed, a refreshing rarity in this particular dimension. Now, Ms. Ecliptic, let us return to the 11,500 Starlight Shard Diamond Star Ring that Mr. Orbison bestowed upon you. Where precisely is it now? Alicia, for the first time, looked genuinely uneasy. She clasped her hands, fidgeting. I'm truly not certain, Your Honor. I believe it might be potentially residing somewhere within the vast, glittering expanse of Lake Minnetonka. I confess, I consumed an unfortunate quantity of Star Brew Ale and regrettably misplaced it. Judge Bafflemuch's gaze was unyielding. Ms. Ecliptic, that is frankly too unfortunate. For if that is indeed the true celestial trajectory of that 11,500 Starlight Shard Ring, then you, dear madam, are entirely disentitled to your 1,000 Starlight Shard reimbursement. Do you comprehend that fundamental principle of cosmic quid pro quo? Alicia attempted to interject. Even though, Your Honor, period. Even though, Ms. Ecliptic, no, period. No cosmic qualifiers. Mr. Orbison, this rather naive individual, disbursed a staggering 11,500 Starlight Shards for a particular piece of stellar adornment, a ring which I am quite certain remains firmly within your clandestine possession, and it is my sworn duty, as a purveyor of truth in this comedic theater, to ensure its rightful return to him, And if you refuse or claim fictitious cosmic memory loss, then you shall receive precisely 0 further compensation. Do you comprehend this irrefutable cosmic truth? I comprehend, Your Honor. Alicia's voice was barely a whisper. Do you, Ms. Ecliptic, possess any desire, however faint, to rectify the situation by returning the diamond star ring to Mr. Orbison? I don't possess it, Your Honor, Alicia reiterated, still clinging to her narrative of alcoholic oblivion. I do not believe you, Ms. Ecliptic, Judge Bafflemuch stated, her voice as cold and hard as a chunk of asteroid. I find your narrative utterly lacking in luminosity. An individual, such as yourself, who so ardently cherishes celestial adornments, who, upon the very first visual recognition of an individual, showers them with expensive rings and bracelets, knows, with absolute stellar certainty, the precise planetary coordinates of an 11,500 starlight shard ring. It defies the very laws of material attachment. He, Mr. Orbison, Judge Bafflemuch gestured to Orion, who looked increasingly bewildered. He knows exactly where that 11,500 starlight shard ring resides. Judge Bafflemuch then shifted focus. Mr. Orbison, the pivotal query then becomes, on what precise solar cycle did you bestow this magnificent diamond star ring upon Ms. Ecliptic? It was the 29th of May, Your Honor. And how does your memory retain such temporal precision? I possess holographic image records, Your Honor, and detailed celestial diary entries. We meticulously chronicled the event with celebratory pictorials. Orion produced his data-scrolling device again. I would, most certainly, desire to scrutinize these pictorial chronicles. Judge Bafflemuch demanded, please illuminate your glowing orb with these images. This, I assume, was the very day you chose to celebrate your own cosmic birthday, Ms. Ecliptic, perhaps with your sister as a witness? That, Your Honor, was merely a coincidental celebration of my earthly birthday, orchestrated with my dear sister. Alicia began, still deflecting. My sister, indeed, can attest to the fact that we chose May 28th, the preceding day, to observe my annual rotation around the sun. I do not care about your sister's testimony, Ms. Ecliptic. Judge Bafflemuch cut her off, her patience visibly thinning. My unwavering conviction remains. I do not believe you are genuinely bereft of this ring. Do you finally grasp the gravity of this? Judicial assessment. I comprehend your assessment, Your Honor, Alicia murmured, her face pale. I find your continued obfuscation highly irritating. You do possess that ring. Do you wish to present to this court the holographic likeness of this 11,500 starlight shard ring? I believe I possess that as well, Your Honor, Alicia reluctantly admitted, her leaf tablet flickering. Just a moment, Judge Bafflemuch cautioned, taking the device from Alicia. This, I note, Ms. Ecliptic, is a document originating from your personal acquaintance, Master Jeweler Perry Prism, and prominently inscribed upon this fiscal document are the unequivocal words, engagement ring. So, while she might wish to imbue it with multifunctional significance, by also labeling it a birthday nebula, the undeniable textual evidence, authored by your own friend, denotes its primary purpose, an engagement ring. And if he, Mr. Orbison, chose to double its celebratory function, then he is, in my esteemed opinion, a most shrewd celestial partner. She then peered at Alicia, a knowing gleam in her eye. Listen to me, Ms. Ecliptic. Much like I found your prior claims of ignorance regarding the ring's whereabouts entirely unbelievable, I possess a well-established judicial maxim. Once a prevaricator, always a prevaricator, until stellar evidence proves otherwise. This was unequivocally an engagement ring, and by the accepted tenets of cosmic propriety, you should have facilitated its immediate return. Alicia, finding the last spark of defiant resolve, retorted, But, Your Honor, when Mr. Orbison initiated the dissolution of our constellation, he explicitly conveyed, via encrypted celestial message, that I could retain the ring. I have his digital missives. They are undeniable. He did not utter such cosmic magnanimity, Your Honor, Orion protested, clearly agitated. Very well, Ms. Ecliptic, Judge Bafflemuch responded, her tone dangerously calm. If you possess an encrypted celestial message from Mr. Orbison, unequivocally granting you perpetual ownership of an 11,500 starlight shard, engagement ring, I shall, with profound judicial curiosity, examine it. However, the indisputable fact remains. Your personal acquaintance, Master Jeweler Perry Prism, in his official capacity, explicitly designated the celestial artifact as an engagement ring. And if it is an engagement ring, Ms. Ecliptic, it unequivocally belongs back in the orbital possession of Mr. Orbison. She then turned to Orion. What I can confirm, Mr. Orbison, is that your own celestial missives, exchanged with Ms. Ecliptic following the dissolution, betray a certain confusion on your part regarding your precise legal rights. You, Mr. Orbison, explicitly conceded in one message, penned on the 4th of August, that you possess no legal rights to demand the ring back from her. Am I misinterpreting this? Communication, Mr. Orbison? Orion flushed. I realize now, Your Honor, that I was operating under a grievous misapprehension of my legal entitlements. A moment of profound galactic ignorance. I assure you. Indeed, Mr. Orbison, for indeed, you do possess unequivocal legal entitlements. For an engagement ring, Mr. Orbison, is unequivocally a conditional gift, bestowed in eager contemplation of the impending matrimonial constellation, and if that anticipated matrimonial constellation never materializes, if the implicit contractual agreement of marriage is fractured, then irrespective of who initiated the dissolution or under what emotional duress, in my esteemed legal cosmos, and indeed within numerous celestial jurisdictions, the entire contractual agreement is rendered null and void. The condition precedent to the gifts. Permanent transfer is unfulfilled. You, Mr. Orbison, are therefore entirely entitled to reclaim your property. She leaned towards Alicia, her voice sharp. Now, should you have successfully navigated the matrimonial constellation, should you have lawfully entered into the sacred bonds of marriage, and subsequently sought a dissolution, then, indeed, the condition precedent would have been met. You would have been entitled to retain the ring, but to accept a proposal, to receive an engagement ring, and then to utterly fail to fulfill the implied covenant of marriage, whilst also claiming drunken, nebulous amnesia regarding its location, that Ms. Ecliptic, is simply an unacceptable stratagem. Alicia tried one last protest, but it was also a birthday gift, Your Honor. Ms. Ecliptic, your repeated insistence on it also serves no purpose. Do you comprehend what I have elucidated? Yes, Your Honor. The also is entirely inconsequential. If Mr. Orbison, in his sagacious financial planning, chose to imbue one singular gift with a dual celebratory purpose, then that is merely a testament to his practical resourcefulness. It remains, fundamentally, an engagement ring, as confirmed by your own personal acquaintance, Master Jeweler Perry Prism. Judge Bafflemuch pounded her marshmallow gavel. MS. Ecliptic, your claim for the 1,000 starlight shards is dismissed. Furthermore, this court's maximum jurisdictional limit for direct monetary restitution is 10,000 starlight shards. Your protracted lamentations concerning your lost ring are entirely, utterly unbelievable. I cannot by any means conjure a diamond star ring of such monumental value from the ethereal recesses of supposed Lake Minnetonka. You are, in my considered judicial opinion, engaged in deliberate prevarication. Judgment for the defendant, Mr. Orbison, on his counterclaim, in the amount of 10,000 starlight shards, representing the maximum permissible jurisdictional award. We are finished. Court is adjourned. And may both of you seek more astronomically sound romantic relationships in the future. As Alicia Ecliptic stumbled out, tears now dramatically welling in her eyes, Orion Orbison merely blinked, the unexpected turn of events seemingly as profound as a newly discovered black hole. She merely desired pecuniary gain, Your Honor, Orion murmured to Officer Guffaw as he passed. She manipulated me with a web of spurious affection, all to secure my substantial assets. The judge, in her sagacious insight, correctly discerned the predatory nature of her initial lavish gifting strategy. Alicia, pausing just outside the Dreamwood doors, her voice trembling with indignation, overheard this. I was exploited, utterly taken advantage of, when he, the heartless Orion, dissolved our constellation. He explicitly granted me ownership of that ring. I truly consumed a prodigious quantity of Starbrew ale, officer, and regrettably lost it somewhere in the cosmic depths of Lake Minnetonka. This was after August 4th, when he had magnanimously conceded its ownership. He merely orchestrated a theatrical charade for the cameras, dancing on Starlight TikTok, gleefully broadcasting the demise of yet another romantic entanglement, whilst I, Alicia, remained gutted and utterly devastated. And now he's back on the Celestial Connection Collective. It makes absolutely no cosmic sense. Officer Guffaw, witnessing the raw emotion, shook his head. You know, Sarah, the perennial question of the engagement ring, jurisdictional disparities aside, Judge Bafflemuch has maintained a singular consistency for what seems like 26 eons. An engagement ring, by cosmic law, is a conditional gift. Its permanence hinges upon the successful conclusion of the marital contract. Breach that contract, by whatever celestial whim, and the giver retains absolute right of reclamation. Post-marriage, the gift is cemented. Prior to it, merely provisional. Ms. Ecliptic's frantic and utterly transparent pivot to birthday gift was merely a desperate maneuver, an attempt to bypass this undeniable truth. And her claim of drunken nebulous amnesia, utterly transparent, a cosmic sieve, Judge Bafflemuch's astute perception of human chicanery, as ever, prevails. Ms. Scribblefast, for once, allowed herself a small, knowing chuckle. The right cosmic outcome, officer, a resounding affirmation of common sense. Chapter 5, The Mercedes Mystery and the Disabled Driver's Dilemma. The echoing silence following the emotional whirlwind of Alicia Ecliptic and Orion Orbison was short-lived. The court's doors next admitted a pair whose familial connection was clear, yet whose expressions were starkly contrasting. Miss Corley Compass, a woman whose every line of communication seemed burdened by chronic exasperation, marched in with determined steps, accompanied by her perpetually bewildered partner, Bartholomew Beacon. Trailing behind them, shuffling with an air of unearned resignation, was Mr. Tiberius Tracer, Bartholomew's cousin, whose general demeanor suggested he was always bracing for a particularly unwelcome, if familiar, storm. Order in this court of convoluted vehicular vending. Judge Belinda Bafflemuch's voice resonated through the hall, infused with an almost preemptive weariness. All parties, please step forward. And if you harbor any arcane, multi-layered conspiracy theories regarding distant relatives, I suggest you confine them strictly to your private telepathic transmissions. They have no place here. Ms. Scribblefast, her fingers already flying over the stenotype machine in anticipation of the upcoming narrative. Complexities announced. Case number 1124. Compass versus Tracer. Thank you, Your Honor. You are most welcome, Miss Scribblefast, Judge Bafflemuch replied, her gaze fixing on Corley. MS. Compass. If my stellar archive are accurate, this gentleman, Mr. Bartholomew Beacon, is your long-suffering partner. with whom you have cohabitated for approximately 12 solar cycles, according to your rather comprehensive complaint. And Mr. Tracer, this is his cousin, presumably linked by ties of dubious consanguinity. Is this introductory familial constellation accurately aligned? Yes, Your Honor, Corley affirmed, her voice crisp with an edge of lingering indignation. My Bartholomew, and his cousin Tiberius. She pronounced cousin as if it were a rare and particularly noxious species of fungus. Now, Miss Compass, Judge Bafflemuch continued, consulting her data slate. Some indeterminate number of solar cycles ago, as your complaint conspicuously omits a precise temporal reference, you purchased a particularly magnificent celestial conveyance, a motor carriage from Mr. Tracer. Is that, broadly speaking, accurate? Accurate, Your Honor. It was in the early part of 2016, January specifically. January of 2016. And the nature of this opulent acquisition, Miss Compass? A Mercedes Comet of the 2000 vintage, Your Honor. A Model S430, a truly elegant conveyance. Corley described it with a lingering sense of past pride, tinged now with present resentment. Indeed, and the agreed-upon fiscal exchange of the celestial carriage, Miss Compass? 6,000 starlight shards, Your Honor, a sum meticulously calculated and duly delivered. Judge Bafflemuch turned Tiberius Tracer, whose expression hardened. Mr. Tracer, do you dispute the stated valuation and precise temporal exchange? Yes, Your Honor, I do, Tiberius replied, his voice a low rumble. What precisely do you dispute, Mr. Tracer? My recollection, Your Honor, is that the agreed-upon price was a more modest 5,000 starlight shards. If she now suddenly recalls 6. She is not suddenly recalling, Mr. Tracer. She has formally documented her claim, Ms. Compass. Do you possess irrefutable extraterrestrial proof of this 6,000 starlight shard exchange? Corley straightened, her eyes flashing. Your Honor, I have a trusted companion who bore direct witness to my physical presentation of the currency to Mr. Tracer. And furthermore, I retain meticulous digital logs documenting the ongoing fiscal transactions I was undertaking directly to him, even 3 solar cycles subsequent to the acquisition, whilst he was, shall we say, temporarily inconvenienced by an interstellar incarceration program. Bartholomew Beacon, her partner, cleared his throat. She also faithfully processes external obligations, Your Honor, facilitating financial conduits while he was offline. Judge Bafflemuch simply fixed Corley with an unblinking gaze. Ms. Compass, your contention seems to revolve around the monies he then remitted to you. What I do not, at this juncture, see factored into your meticulously compiled accountancy is a crucial detail, the 9 full lunar cycles during which you, and you alone, enjoyed unimpeded command of this Mercedes Comet. Corley flustered, but Your Honor, during a significant portion of that period, the celestial carriage was rendered immobile. It was not fully operational. I do not care, Miss Compass, Judge Bafflemuch said, with a dismissive wave of her hand, whether the vehicle experienced mechanical infirmities, or whether you suffered temporary physical incapacitation. The demonstrable fact remains. The Mercedes Comet resided firmly within your sphere of control and operational domain. Its accessibility, regardless of transient dysfunction, remained yours alone. Corley swallowed, looking genuinely frustrated. Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch continued, consulting her records. Based on a standardized planetary palanquin appraisal estimate for a pre-owned 90,000 mile Mercedes Comet, the private party exchange value today ranges between 3,000 and 4,800 starlight shards. Today's figures, which, when juxtaposed with its 2016 acquisition, suggests 6,000 starlight shards, was, indeed, a not unreasonable price. This inherent depreciation, Ms. Compass, serves to highlight the singular efficacy of prompt legal redress, rather than awaiting the stately progression of 5 solar cycles. Your core issue, Ms. Compass, as I see it, is rooted in the chronology. According to your testimony, you operated this Mercedes Comet from January 2016 until you, unfortunately, found yourself entangled in a particularly uninvited vehicular interaction. In what specific month and year did this regrettable incident occur? October of 2016. Your Honor, it was during that period that I first discovered the inconvenient truth about the Celestial Carriage's original registration. Corley's voice sharpened, hinting at a new, darker revelation. Refrain from dramatic prefaces, Ms. Compass. Stick to the unadorned facts. So, you operated the vehicle from January through October of 2016. Your vehicular mishap transpired in October. Correct. Correct, Your Honor. However, I must interject. For a cumulative period of 4 lunar cycles within that time frame, the celestial carriage was entirely inoperable, as I previously attested. I maintain my previous position, Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch stated, her voice utterly unwavering. Your personal operational challenges or mechanical exigencies are not, at this moment, germane. The vehicle remained under your custodianship. Therefore, if my cosmic arithmetic is correct, you possessed and operated this Mercedes Comet for, let us compete, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. What specific day in October did the unfortunate incident transpire? October 12th, Your Honor, a day of cosmic reckoning for my lumbar region. So, approximately 9 lunar cycles of direct custodianship and operational availability, and the incident, by your own assertion, was unequivocally not your fault. Correct? Absolutely not. Your Honor, I was merely traversing the celestial thoroughfare with serene grace when an aberrant comet, in the guise of another motor carriage, inexplicably slammed into my rear, a wholly unprovoked impact, and subsequent to this unprovoked impact, a substantial interstellar insurance payout was remitted, correct? Correct, Your Honor. And to whom, precisely, did this pecuniary interstellar bomb gravitate? To the dealership. Your Honor, for there existed a pre-existing note of encumbrance upon the celestial carriage. A note of encumbrance, you say, and the precise fiscal burden of this note? Corley squinted at a piece of paper. 5863, 77 Starlight Shards, Your Honor, the remnants of a prior, more complex galactic acquisition. Now, Ms. Compass, from this dramatic, unprovoked impact, did you personally acquire any monetary compensation? For injuries, Your Honor, yes. And the precise fiscal remuneration for these injuries? 19,000 Starlight Shards, Your Honor, a paltry sum considering the agony. And the specific consolations of injury you purportedly sustained, Ms. Compass? My knee was grievously traumatized. Your Honor, a vertebrae fractured. My neck sustained profound celestial whiplash. And my wrist, my delicate wrist, a distressing sprain. Prior to this unfortunate vehicular encounter, Ms. Compass, what was the nature of your primary vocational engagement? I have been navigating the nebulous realm of planetary disability for the past 8 solar cycles, Your Honor, and the genesis of this particular planetary disability, Ms. Compass, the underlying constellations of infirmity. I became profoundly unwell. Your Honor, hospitalized for 3 arduous lunar cycles, underwent a rib resection and a partial lung ablation, and subsequently endured extensive reconstructive efforts upon my dorsal region. Your dorsal region, Ms. Compass? What were the underlying complexities? I suffer from osteoarthritis, Your Honor, degenerative disc disease, and spinal stenosis. I've even undergone a spinal implant insertion procedure. My back, Your Honor, is a veritable galactic tapestry of chronic pain. And following this regrettable vehicular incident on October 12th, Ms. Compass, were you immediately admitted to a celestial convalescence ward hospital? No, we were conveyed to the emergency realm and then released, Your Honor. So, the unequivocal answer is no. You were not hospitalized on October 12th, or the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, or the 16th. No, Your Honor, none of those dates. Therefore, Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch concluded, her voice gaining momentum, the specific constellation of injuries you ostensibly sustained from this unprovoked impact were, by all demonstrable metrics, insufficiently severe to warrant hospitalization, and yet you gratefully accepted 19,000 starlight shards as monetary recompense for these ostensibly minor physical indignities. Is that accurate? Yes, Your Honor, Corley conceded, her voice barely audible. Judge Bafflemuch turned to Tiberius. Mr. Tracer, the complainant here, Ms. Compass, subsequently engaged in a period of interstellar incarceration, as she delicately put it, and during this period you, Mr. Tracer, apparently commenced remitting payments to her towards the money she purportedly infused into this Mercedes Comet, all whilst acknowledging that a significant prior note of encumbrance on the vehicle had been entirely and conveniently absorbed by an insurance payout, and she, Ms. Compass, enjoyed unfettered use of this Mercedes Comet for a full 9 lunar cycles, a privilege that, in this realm, is unequivocally not gratis. Corley tried to interject again, but, Your Honor, I also diligently defrayed all of their accumulated traffic infraction notices when I first registered the vehicle. 650 starlight shards worth of their bureaucratic neglect. Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch stated, with a definitive air of disinterest, I am entirely unmoved by your zealous acts of civic rectitude. They are not germane to this particular calculus. Your claim, Ms. Compass, is 5 solar cycles old. Ordinarily, such an egregious delay would prompt an immediate judicial adios to all involved parties. However, as an exercise of my rarely exhibited magnanimity, I shall attempt to bring this protracted squabble to a swift and conclusive resolution. What you are ultimately seeking, Ms. Compass, is a remaining balance of this 6,000 starlight shard original investment. You claim, by your arithmetic, that after Mr. Tracer's sporadic remunerations, a balance of 2,700, or perhaps 2,750, starlight shards remains outstanding. Is that accurate? 2,750, Your Honor, precisely. What I do not observe within your meticulous calculations, Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch continued, her voice gaining an unstoppable momentum, is any equitable accounting for the 9 full lunar cycles during which you, and you alone, operated this Mercedes Comet. Even if we were to assign a ludicrously minimal monthly rental value to such a sophisticated celestial conveyance, say, a mere 300 starlight shards per month, 9 times 300, Ms. Compass, equates to 2,700 starlight shards. Do you grasp the implications of this simple arithmetic? Corley's eyes widened. This means, Ms. Compass, Judge Bafflemuch declared, her voice now ringing with triumphant, unassailable logic, that you, dear madam, were afforded the rather extraordinary privilege of operating a Mercedes Comet for the astronomical price of absolutely nothing. Not only that, but you also reap the full intrinsic value of the vehicle, having received substantial payments from Mr. Tracer. And then, as a cherry on top of this cosmic confectionery, you received an astounding 19,000 starlight shards for ostensibly minor, non-hospitalization-worthy injuries resulting from a regrettable, if advantageous, vehicular interaction that, Ms. Compass, to my ears, sounds unequivocally, astronomically unreasonable. Corley burst out, but it was inoperable for a significant portion of that time. Your Honor, my cosmic journey was disrupted. I maintain my previous stance, Miss Compass. Judge Bafflemuch boomed. Such vexing intricacies, had they been truly significant, would have necessitated prompt legal redress. Rather than awaiting the deliberate accumulation of half a decade, I am entirely ignorant as to whether the vehicle itself was ailing, or if you were incapacitated. What I do know, with unwavering certainty, is that one simply cannot, in this current economic climate, lease a Mercedes Comet for less than 300 starlight shards per month. You possessed, and by definition utilized, that vehicle for 9 lunar cycles. That amounts to 2,700 starlight shards. Ergo, Mr. Tracer owes you precisely nothing. She paused, allowing the weight of her calculations to settle upon Corley. Indeed, Ms. Compass, in the grand cosmic scheme of this particular transaction, you, by my calculations, have profited. You garnered over 3,000 starlight shards in total value from the car itself. Between the initial agreement and Mr. Tracer's subsequent, inexplicably generous payments, plus a cool 19,000 starlight shards from an incident that didn't even merit a single night's stay in a celestial convalescence ward, I dare say, Ms. Compass, your coffers have been rather amply replenished. I deem our discussion on this matter concluded. Corley, defeated, muttered, I disbursed over 4,000 starlight shards to him. Judge Bafflemuch, however, cut her off. Ms. Compass, you possess no discernible counterclaim, and if you indeed generously disbursed over 4,000 starlight shards to Mr. Tracer, then I can only conclude, Mr. Tracer, that you are, contrary to initial appearances, an uncommonly benevolent individual. What Miss Compass has conspicuously neglected to factor into her intricate fiscal narrative is the rather significant detail that she, for a full 9 lunar cycles, commanded the privilege of a Mercedes Comet, all at someone else's pecuniary expense. Judge Bafflemuch slammed her marshmallow gavel with triumphant finality. We are unequivocally concluded here. Court is adjourned, and perhaps, Ms. Compass, consider investing in some common sense before initiating your next celestial acquisition. As Corley Compass and Bartholomew Beacon trudged out, their defeat palpable, Tiberius Tracer simply looked bewildered, then, with a shake of his head, offered a small shrug. You know, it all seems remarkably accurate to me. Corley, her voice trembling with indignation, responded, I do not believe it was equitable. I meticulously defrayed all their accumulated bureaucratic burdens, and I truly believe I was enacting a benevolent act by even paying what I did. They deliberately orchestrated a scenario. Your Honor, they sold me a vehicle which, by all metrics, they did not entirely own. It's a vast celestial conspiracy, I tell you. Tiberius Tracer merely rolled his eyes at the comment. Oh, no, Your Honor, she merely concocted this elaborate conspiracy theory about my cousin Bartholomew and I, suggesting we were somehow in arcane collusion to defraud her. I have no notion, to be entirely honest, where such fantastical fabrications originate. Bartholomew Beacon, equally exasperated, muttered, He's simply hurling cosmic stones. They did this. They intentionally sold me a car they didn't own, and they started it. It's entirely her own doing. I have no comprehension as to why she persists in inflicting such emotional and fiscal duress upon us. Tiberius, shaking his head, sighed. One thing is now irrevocably certain. I shall never again lend money to or acquire anything of significant fiscal value from my familiar relations. Officer Guffaw, witnessing the departure of this latest trio of plaintiffs, turned to Miss Scribblefast. Sarah, one might postulate that Miss Compass, in the grand calculus of cosmic events, made out rather spectacularly. The vehicular mishap, whilst undoubtedly an unpleasant interaction, did not, by her own admission, necessitate even a single overnight stay in a celestial convalescence ward. Yet, she managed to secure 19,000 starlight shards for pain and suffering from an unsuspecting interstellar insurance provider, Mr. Tracer, despite his relative innocence, generously remitted a significant sum. She claimed over 4,000. He admits to slightly less, purely out of familial obligation. This brings her cumulative total, Sarah, to a staggering 23,000 starlight shards. And let us not forget the small, yet significant, detail that she operated an opulent Mercedes Comet for 9 entire lunar cycles entirely free of charge. It truly struck me as unconscionable. Her refusal to acknowledge this undeniable period of free utilization. Ms. Scribblefast, scribbling furiously to keep up with the cascading wisdom, nodded in agreement. Indeed, officer, this particular case also serves to buttress an invaluable judicial adage, which we, in our hallowed profession, constantly endeavor to propagate. If one wishes to initiate legal action, one must, with utmost expediency, pursue it timely. There exists, officer, a universally recognized imperative to avoid allowing dispute to languish for half a decade before finally seeking judicial arbitration. Procrastination, in the legal realm, is rarely a harbinger of optimal outcomes. Precisely, Sarah. Now, on to the final theatrical flourish for today's session. Chapter 6. The Kennel Kerfuffle and the Canine Custody Crisis. The Hall of Hilarity and Hubris seemed to take a collective, weary breath before admitting the last, and arguably most complex, cast of characters for the day. A veritable caravan of carriers, leashes, and general pet paraphernalia signaled the arrival of 2 individuals deeply entangled in the specialized and apparently often dramatic world of canine breeding and showcasing. Ms. Astrid Alpha, a woman whose commanding presence was underscored by an impressive array of dog-themed accessories, entered first, her posture that of a seasoned, unyielding competitor. Following her, looking somewhat harried, was Ms. Lyra Lamplight, whose youthful earnestness seemed at odds with the serious tension she exuded. Order in this veritable menagerie of canine conflicts. Judge Belinda Bafflemuch declared, her voice now acquiring the measured, almost sympathetic tone reserved for complex disputes. Be seated, if your various pet carriers do not obstruct the aisles. For Ms. Alpha and Ms. Lamplight, my arcane docket forewarns of a labyrinthine saga. It resembles, I must admit, a particularly convoluted, multidimensional puzzle, requiring a painstaking, piece-by-piece disentanglement. Ms. Scribblefast, with a professional side that could only be achieved through years of judicial exposure, announced, Case 1038, Alpha versus Lamplight. Thank you, Your Honor. You are most welcome, Miss Scribblefast. Now, Ms. Alpha, Judge Bafflemuch began, focusing on the first plaintiff. It is evident from the intricate web of your complaint that you are deeply ensconced in the noble, yet often tumultuous, professions of breeding and exhibiting specialized canine companions. Correct? Yes, Your Honor. My life's passion, my celestial calling. Astrid Alpha's voice was deep, resonant, and clearly accustomed to commanding attention, even from large animals. And the specific breeds of these distinguished companions, Miss Alpha, I specialize in the Verge Picards, Your Honor, a noble herding breed, and the charismatic French Nebula Hounds. Additionally, I am a co-owner of magnificent Bosserin Stellaris. Do you happen to possess pictorial representations of these magnificent creatures, Ms. Alpha? Judge Bafflemuch asked, a flicker of genuine interest in her eyes. I am, of course, familiar with the appearance of a French Nebula Hound, but the others sparked my curiosity. Astrid, with practiced grace, produced a slim, crystalline tablet, and with a flourish, projected holographic images into the air. Indeed, Your Honor, behold, This is my illustrious Bosrin Stellaris. And this, if I may brag ever so slightly, is a holographic rendition of my esteemed Westminster Top 10 Verge Picker. Both, as you can clearly observe, are quintessential herding animals, imbued with profound intelligence and a stoic demeanor. The holographic images shimmered, a powerful Bosrin, majestic and watchful, and a shaggy, intelligent Verge Picker, looking as if it could herd a herd of nebulae with ease. Handsome, truly handsome Ms. Alpha, Judge Bafflemuch acknowledged, genuinely impressed. And Ms. Lamplight, what breeds of majestic beasts grace your discerning companionship? I primarily focus on the Bosrin Stellaris, your honor, and the formidable Canis Cosmicus. Lyra Lamplight's voice, though softer than Astrid's, held a determined edge. Now, what I have gleaned from this exceedingly dense tapestry of familial and professional entanglements is this: the two of you, by some twist of cosmic serendipity, first encountered one another at a grand celestial canine exhibition. You subsequently forged a bond of friendship, Ms. Alpha, having traversed the celestial pathways of canine husbandry for a considerably longer period, decided, with benevolent intention, to act as a mentor to the younger Ms. Lamplight, and you, Ms. Alpha, extended an invitation for Ms. Lamplight to relocate her cosmic cruiser, an RV, in layman's terms, onto your private planetary property. Is this a factually sound premise? Yes, Your Honor, an act of pure mentorship and collegiality, a true gesture of stellar generosity. Astrid Alpha nodded, a subtle emphasis on the generosity. On your property, Ms. Alpha, you, I gather, maintain an extensive network of canine consolation kennels. This suggests that, in addition to your breeding and exhibition pursuits, you also offer professional canine celestial boarding services. I was just commencing my professional boarding services when Ms. Lamplight relocated her cosmic cruiser, Your Honor. Her assistance, I believed, would prove beneficial, given my frequent galactic travels for various exhibitions. Indeed, so a mutually advantageous arrangement seemed to unfurl. However, as is often the case in this particular dimension, celestial relationships, professional or otherwise, can become unexpectedly fraught. There came a decisive bifurcation in your intertwined destinies, one which, I must adduce, proved considerably unpleasant. Judge Bafflemuch paused, her eyes narrowing as she mentally reorganized the convoluted plot points. This unpleasantness, if I am accurate, commenced with Ms. Lamplight undertaking the boarding of several Canis Cosmicus Dobermans for a third party, for which she received a specific fiscal remuneration. Subsequently, Ms. Lamplight departed for a specialized canine constellation exhibition with one of her dogs, leaving these boarded Canis Cosmicus by prearrangement under your watchful custodianship. I assume you were anticipating some form of compensation for this particular act of canine management. Of course, Your Honor, a fair remuneration for such demanding responsibilities, Astrid Alpha declared, indignation rising in her voice. Alas, Judge Bafflemuch continued, her voice heavy with foreboding, these boarded Canis Cosmicus, under your temporary charge, entered into a rather regrettable canine kerfuffle with some of your own esteemed breeds, several of your dogs. Ms. Alpha sustained physical injuries, and in your heroic attempt to intervene, you, Ms. Alpha, suffered an unfortunate bite from one of the errant Canis Cosmicus, all while Ms. Lamplight, it is alleged, failed to materialize with appropriate haste, delaying her return from her exhibition until its full completion. Correct? Your Honor, an egregious display of dereliction and a complete disregard for canine safety. Ms. Lamplight, upon her eventual return, initiated yet another regrettable skirmish, one which, by Ms. Alpha's account, involved an assault upon her person, a pushing, though she thankfully sustained no grievous injuries. However, this purported assault remains an ancillary component of Ms. Lamplight's counterclaim. So, this pushing is deemed, for the purpose of my current adjudication, judicial nonsense. Ultimately, Ms. Lamplight departed, taking her cosmic cruiser and her retinue of animals with her. Judge Bafflemuch sifted through a pile of documents. Ms. Alpha, your complaint lodges several demands against Ms. Lamplight. Firstly, you seek reimbursement for a mysterious RV hookup fee, a rather vague fiscal demand implying rent for the privilege of parking her cosmic cruiser on your property. Ms. Lamplight, conversely, adamantly asserts that no such agreement for cruiser rent was ever explicitly articulated or mutually agreed upon. Secondly, you claim she owes you a precise half-share for a journey to the esteemed National Canine Grand Exhibition, for which you ostensibly defrayed all the initial expenditures. And thirdly, you demand the entire sum of the money Ms. Lamplight received for boarding the aforementioned Canis Cosmicus, asserting that you were the primary caregiver during that fraught period, not her. She paused for a beat. Ms. Lamplight, you, in turn, have submitted a counterclaim. You demand remuneration for various canine exhibition fees. You claim she assaulted you, which, I must reiterate, is more judicial nonsense to be summarily dismissed. And then, most perplexing of all, you seek compensation for what you cryptically refer to as photography services, a claim that, as it stands, seems to float aimlessly in the cosmic ether. Frankly, I find the entire multidimensional squabble to be a veritable cacophony of grievances, but I shall, with relentless judicial efficiency, dissect and dispose of each segment with utmost alacrity. Ms. Alpha, let us begin at the genesis. When precisely did Ms. Lamplight position her cosmic cruiser onto your private planetary property? She arrived on the 12th of April of the current solar cycle, your honor. And when did this cosmic cruiser, along with Ms. Lamplight and her animals, embark upon its ignominious departure? She departed on the 17th of May, your honor. Therefore, a mere single lunar cycle of inhabitation. During that singular lunar cycle, Ms. Alpha, what was the mutually agreed-upon fiscal exchange for the privilege of situating her cosmic cruiser upon your land? What, in simpler terms, was a cruiser rent? The initial lunar cycle, your honor, as it began, with an air of long-suffering generosity, I was prepared to waive as an act of mentorship. However, upon her rather abrupt and ill-mannered departure, coupled with a calamitous canine kerfuffle, I unequivocally informed her that I would henceforth impose a retroactive daily storage surcharge, calculated at the prevailing market rate of 40 starlight shards per diem. Ms. Alpha, Judge Bafflemuch stated, her voice devoid of any sympathy for unilateral contractual decrees, merely articulating your retrospective intention to impose a storage surcharge does not, in any legally recognized cosmic dimension, constitute a valid contract. Did Ms. Lamplight, in any form or fashion, indicate her affirmative assent to this newly declared fiscal imposition? Did she, for example, verbalize, "Yes, Ms. Alpha, I gratefully embrace this new retroactive financial burden"? We ceased all direct verbal communication subsequent to the calamitous canine kerfuffle. Your honor, Astrid snapped, her jaw tightening. Our discussions post-incident were non-existent. Precisely, Judge Bafflemuch affirmed. Therefore, Ms. Alpha, no contract. This court operates on the venerable principle of mutual celestial assent, a confluence of intention from both involved parties, not merely the unilateral decree of one. Furthermore, if Ms. Lamplight unilaterally abandoned her material possessions, you, Ms. Alpha, retain the fundamental legal right to dispose of them as abandoned property. What transpired with Ms. Lamplight's cosmic cruiser and her remaining terrestrial belongings? Well, your honor, she accused me of attempting extraterrestrial extortion and summoned the local constabulary. However, I in a spirit of benevolent conciliation, permitted her paternal unit to retrieve the majority of her possessions. So, her father successfully retrieved the majority of her belongings. Excellent. Your claim regarding cruiser rent and unilateral storage surcharges is hereby dispatched into the nearest judicial black hole. It is judicial nonsense. Now, Ms. Alpha, let us address the supposed financial burden of the National Canine Grand Exhibition. What was MS? Lamplight's specific fiscal responsibility towards this esteemed event. Originally, Your Honor, Astrid explained, her voice regaining its professional cadence, our mutually agreed-upon covenant dictated that Ms. Lamplight would utilize her highly discounted companion travel vortex ticket with Alaska Airwaves, for which she would contribute a mere 100 Starlight Shards. In reciprocation, I, Astrid Alpha, would, with professional alacrity, exhibit her prize canine companion at the illustrious AKC National Canine Grand Exhibition. So, Ms. Lamplight was to procure a discounted ticket via her companion travel vortex program for 100 Starlight Shards, and in return, you would showcase her dog, and she would also, presumably, defray other assorted expenses. Did you work for Alaska Airwaves, Ms. Alpha? No, Your Honor. I do not possess such intergalactic affiliations. Astrid shook her head. And you maintain that these expenditures, specifically for her airfare, for the Bulkhead Stellar Kennel upgrade, for her companion animals, for her dog's entry fees, and for half of her hotel accommodation, were unilaterally defrayed by you. Is that an accurate depiction of your benevolent, yet ultimately unreciprocated generosity? Yes, Your Honor. All documented. Every precise Starlight Shard accounted for. I maintain meticulous celestial ledgers. Astrid pulled a binder overflowing with receipts and official-looking scrolls. Judge Bafflemuch, however, was already consulting Ms. Lamplight's counterclaim, her gaze hardening. Ms. Lamplight, in her counterclaim, paints a rather different narrative of this fiscal interaction. Ms. Alpha, she states that, after the initial agreement for the 100 Starlight Shard discounted fare, you then unilaterally, and without prior consultation, informed her that the ticket's actual price had astronomically inflated to 650 Starlight Shards, and that you, Ms. Alpha, proceeded with this acquisition without her express consent, as she harbored grave reservations regarding such escalating fiscal burdens for an exhibition she was, in essence, being offered a ride to. Astrid spluttered. She simply didn't grasp the volatile nature of interstellar travel fares. Your Honor, the companion travel vortex ticket became unexpectedly unavailable. Whether it became unavailable, Ms. Alpha, or whether the celestial winds simply shifted, the pertinent query remains. Did Ms. Lamplight specifically agree to the increased fare of 650 Starlight Shards before you unilaterally procured it? Well, no, not explicitly, Your Honor, but it was for our joint venture. Indeed. Very well. Let us move to your second significant fiscal demand, Ms. Alpha, your purported boarding surcharges for the aforementioned Canis Cosmicus. What, precisely, is the genesis of these fees? Your Honor, Ms. Lamplight herself, through her own individual arrangements, imposed a boarding and training fee of 2,000 Starlight Shards per dog per lunar cycle. This equates to 66 Starlight Shards per DM. My own professional boarding services, I might add, are a more modest 35 Starlight Shards per DM. I care for her 2 boarded Canis Cosmicus for 10 full days. Therefore, I am entitled to reimbursement for those specific 10 days of demanding animal husbandry. Astrid thumped her chest, and furthermore, I also diligently attended to her 4 personal dogs and 7 terrestrial goats, a veritable agricultural endeavor. Ms. Alpha, Judge Bafflemuch interjected, holding up a hand. Let us focus solely on the remunerated Canis Cosmicus. My question, Ms. Alpha, is precise. Did you possess a formal contractual agreement with Ms. Lamplight regarding these boarding surcharges for these particular dogs? Yes, she herself declared that we would. Astor began. Hold, Judge Bafflemuch commanded. Let us not jump to hasty conclusions. Ms. Lamplight, please articulate the precise nature of any such agreement. When was this discussed? Where was this discussed? What were the explicit parameters of this verbal covenant, if one existed? Lyra Lamplight spoke up, her voice clear and precise. Your Honor, Ms. Alpha's assertion of a verbal covenant regarding boarding fees is entirely erroneous. We had, as you stated, intentions of a joint venture. However, when I attempted to broach the specific contractual and fiscal arrangements with her, I was consistently deflected. Oh, we shall discuss it next lunar cycle, she would declare, perpetually postponing any concrete dialogue. Therefore, no formal or even informal fiscal agreement for these fees was ever established. Your Honor, Astrid burst out. But we discussed it the month prior to her moving in. She knew I would charge a fee for the days I was left alone with her remunerated animals while she was traversing the stars, and she would receive the rest. Lyra shook her head firmly. No, Your Honor, the subject was never definitively concluded. She perpetually deferred the substantive discussion, leaving me in a state of chronic contractual confusion. I simply tended the animals, assuming the joint venture was progressing, and that our subsequent discussions would clarify remuneration. And when precisely did these Canis Cosmicus, these Dobermans, enter your collective sphere of influence? The 13th of April, Your Honor, the very next day after my cosmic cruiser was parked upon Ms. Alpha's property. They arrived accompanied by their legitimate owners. However, it was meant to be a joint custodial venture. But Ms. Alpha proved woefully incommunicative regarding the explicit financial terms. And Ms. Lamplight, on what date did you depart for the Canine Grand Exhibition, leaving Ms. Alpha in sole custodianship of these animals? I departed on the 14th of May, Your Honor, a mere single day shy of my entire lunar cycle on her property. Very well, Ms. Lamplight. Let me attempt to construct a precise fiscal landscape here. For my own clarity, what precisely did you, Ms. Lamplight, contribute to this supposed joint venture? Thus far, Ms. Alpha generously provided her private planetary property for your cosmic cruiser, replete with her sophisticated canine constellation kennels, accommodating both your personal companion animals and those you were professionally boarding. She ostensibly defrayed the substantial expenses for your joint pilgrimage to the National Canine Grand Exhibition, covering your airfare, the specialized bulkhead stellar kennel upgrade, her dog's registration fees, and a significant portion of the hotel accommodation. And yet, Ms. Lamplight, you, if I am correct, received fiscal remuneration directly from the owners of the boarded Canis Cosmicus. Correct. I did, Your Honor. 2,000 starlight shards. Per diem? Per lunar cycle? Per what? Per dog, Your Honor. Per lunar cycle. So, Ms. Lamplight, you, in effect, accumulated 4,000 starlight shards for that single lunar cycle of Canis Cosmicus. Custodianship. Correct. Yes, Your Honor, though I must add, that sum was also designated to cover their ongoing operational expenses, such as specialized celestial kibble and any necessary grooming treatments. And what precise fraction of these 4,000 starlight shards did you then magnanimously disperse to Ms. Alpha, the individual who provided the literal ground upon which this entire lucrative enterprise operated, not to mention the extensive kennel infrastructure? Lyra took a deep breath and stated unequivocally, None, Your Honor, none at all. Astrid Alpha gasped in outrage. Judge Bafflemuch, however, merely waited, allowing the cosmic silence to settle. None. Very well. Now I possess, if not clarity, then at least a complete and utterly perplexing understanding of the distribution of funds. Ms. Lamplight, you claim Ms. Alpha left you in charge of the boarded animals for a mere 4 days. During her trip to the Canine Grand Exhibition, was this exhibition a journey undertaken by a cosmic cruiser, or by Alaska Airwaves? By cosmic cruiser, Your Honor, a rather lengthy 6-hour journey. And which canine companion did you, Ms. Lamplight, choose to exhibit on this particular excursion? Was it a companion entirely of your own acquisition, or one jointly owned with Ms. Alpha? I transported 5 companion animals. Your Honor, one of Ms. Alpha's particular pups was delivered to its new stellar guardian along the orbital route. The others were either fully owned by myself or co-owned with other individuals. However, I did transport our jointly owned bossor in Stellaris, though she was merely undergoing advanced optical diagnostic testing, not being entered into competition. So, Ms. Lamplight, in sum, it appears you, with a certain panache for leveraging existing resources, are indebted to Ms. Alpha for the sum of 650 starlight shards, representing the initially undisclosed and unagreed-upon airfare increment. Is that an equitable fiscal assessment? I concede the 650 starlight shards, Your Honor, Lyra reluctantly admitted. Now, Ms. Lamplight, let us turn to your counterclaim. I note your claim for canine exhibition fees. What precisely does this entail? Your Honor, for every occasion Ms. Alpha exhibited my no. For every occasion I exhibited her companion animals, which I did from January 16th through the 19th, Lyra trailed off, realizing she was veering into a temporal quagmire. I am not interested in ancient history, Ms. Lamplight, Judge Bafflemuch interrupted. Any specific instances of non-remuneration for exhibition fees since you decided to coalesce your ventures, since the advent of your unfortunate living arrangement? No, Your Honor, none. Good. Now, your claim for photography services. What nebulous photographic artifice are you referring to? Here, Ms. Lamplight. Your Honor, I, with meticulous artistry, undertook the task of capturing professional holographic images of Ms. Alpha's 4-week-old pups, purely for the purpose of her subsequent marketing and advertisement campaigns. And the specific contractual understanding, Ms. Lamplight, regarding fiscal remuneration for these self-appointed photography services. There was no explicit verbal covenant, Your Honor, no formal agreement whatsoever. Perfect. Judge Bafflemuch declared with a tone of utter triumph. No verbal agreement, no contract, no claim. Your counterclaim is, like so many uncaptured astral images, dismissed. Now, Ms. Lamplight, you are prepared to recount the events of the alleged assault, which, for the record, this court has already categorized as judicial nonsense, given the complete absence of physical injury, but which you deem pivotal to your narrative of victimization. Please proceed. Lyra Lamplight visibly steeled herself. Your Honor, when I returned from the Canine Grand Exhibition, it was late, almost the midnight hour, but Ms. Alpha, remarkably, was still awake. I diligently attended to all the companion animals, settling them for the night. I then retired to my cosmic cruiser. The next morning, I arose with the first glimmer of dawn, around 6:30 a.m. I meticulously tended to all the various animals on the property, my own companion animals, and the multitude of goats. I then proceeded to diligently stow all the exhibition equipment. And as I was re-emerging from the storage shed, having completed my organizational duties, Ms. Alpha was re-entering her dwelling. I offered a cordial wave. Upon re-entering my cosmic cruiser, however, she immediately dispatched an encrypted celestial message to my luminous communication device, stating, and I quote, "I am deeply distressed by your avoidance. Emerge, for I require the monies owed for the sale of the puppy." Did you, Ms. Lamplight, possess the monies owed for this particular puppy? I did, Your Honor. I had the precise fiscal remuneration for the pup. 3,500. Starlight shards in total, with a preliminary 500 starlight shards having already been transferred as a deposit. So, 3,000 starlight shards remained in liquid form. I secured the cash. And when you emerged to disburse these monies, Ms. Lamplight, where was Ms. Alpha physically situated? She was positioned in her cosmic cruiser, Your Honor, a rather confrontational tableau. And you approach your vehicle to finalize this fiscal transfer. What transpired then? Your Honor, I approached your vehicle, bearing the monies, and attempted to open a dialogue. I gently conveyed, "Miss Alpha, I sincerely hope we can engage in a civil discussion this afternoon to comprehensively address the totality of the unfortunate events that transpired in my absence, specifically the tumultuous canine kerfuffle that by all accounts you ineptly managed." And she, Your Honor, cut me off, rudely. Lyra adopted a mimicking, aggressive tone. She declared, "Lyra, I am the singularly most significant entity in your entire existence, and I feel profoundly insignificant because you failed to present yourself this morning with appropriate deference to attend to either myself or my menagerie of animals." Very well. Continue. You also allege the physical pushing Ms. Alpha attempted. Did she physically push you or not? Judge Bafflemuch demanded, her gaze unblinking. She did physically push me, Your Honor. I simply elected to strategically sit down, thereby avoiding an ignominious tumble from the steps of my cosmic cruiser. Lyra explained. So, she attempted to physically remove you from the entrance to your cosmic cruiser, presumably to gain access to a particular companion animal she believed to be secreted within. Precisely, Your Honor, but she was unsuccessful. For once I assumed my seated posture, my physical bulk rendered me utterly immovable, Lyra declared with a triumphant air. And subsequent to this impasse, Ms. Alpha, having expressed several minutes of eloquent, if intemperate, vocalizations, then departed in her cosmic cruiser. Correct. Yes, Your Honor. After a rather lengthy, vitriolic monologue, she departed. And then you, Ms. Lamplight, also departed that very same solar cycle. Correct. I did, Your Honor, but not before frantically attempting to secure external support. I contacted my paternal unit and a cherished companion, for I, Your Honor, have led a profoundly sheltered existence. Never before had I been subjected to such a theatrical display of emotional volatility by another sentient being. And when you departed, Ms. Lamplight, did you transport your cosmic cruiser with you? No, Your Honor. I was too emotionally distraught to undertake such a complex maneuver. The cosmic cruiser remained abandoned upon Ms. Alpha's property. And your companion animals, Ms. Lamplight? I retrieved all my companion animals, Your Honor, and my 7 terrestrial goats. They all accompanied me on my journey. And your destination for this impromptu evacuation? My paternal unit's abode, situated in the tranquil northern climes of Washingtonia. And when did you eventually return to reclaim your abandoned cosmic cruiser? Your Honor, that very evening, I dispatched an encrypted celestial message to Ms. Alpha, expressing profound sadness regarding the entire chaotic confluence. The very next day, I dispatched a subsequent missive, informing her that my paternal unit, who commands a necessary towing conveyance for a fifth-wheel cosmic cruiser, would be returning from his Arizonian expeditions later that lunar cycle, and that I would arrange for retrieval on the upcoming star day. And Ms. Alpha's immediate electronic communique in response, Ms. Lamplight? It simply stated, Your Honor, henceforth, all future communicative interactions shall be exclusively routed through my designated legal astrologer, and thereafter utter celestial silence. And when did you finally manage to retrieve your cosmic cruiser? Your Honor, She, Ms. Alpha, subsequently dispatched an official certified holographic scrawl unilaterally declaring my cosmic cruiser abandoned property. It was received not at my domicile, but at my grandparents' dwelling, located in the charmingly bucolic, yet exceedingly dull, boring Oregon. Do you possess this certified holographic scrawl? Judge Bafflemuch asked, her hand outstretched. Lyra fumbled. A copy of the missive, Your Honor, but the original was dispatched to my grandparents' address, as Ms. Alpha possessed only an antiquated address for me. Very well. So, on the 21st of June, Ms. Alpha dispatched this communique, informing you that, after a period exceeding 30 solar cycles during which no satisfactory arrangements for monies owed or the removal of property had been effected, she was by Oregonian statute legally empowered to initiate its removal. Furthermore, she stipulated that if you wish to reclaim said abandoned property, a sum of 5,822 starlight shards, payable exclusively in liquid form, would be required upon its retrieval, scheduled for the upcoming star day. Is this summary accurate? Precisely, Your Honor. Ms. Lamplight, after Ms. Alpha's unilateral imposition of storage surcharges, and now this official declaration, do you yet comprehend that a valid contract requires mutual assent? That one cannot, in essence, fabricate contractual obligations by unilateral decree. Yes, Your Honor, I have come to comprehend that profound legal truth. Lyra Lamplight nodded sadly. So, Ms. Alpha, Ms. Lamplight paternal unit did ultimately retrieve the cosmic cruiser. Correct. Her paternal unit, Your Honor, meticulously retrieved the cosmic cruiser itself, along with the majority of her more significant terrestrial possessions, on that designated star day. However, he conspicuously failed to return, either on the following moon day or Tuesday, to collect the remainder of her insignificant detritus, a clear breach of tacit agreement. And what became of this remaining insignificant detritus, Ms. Alpha? I position it strategically by the side of the public celestial thoroughfare, Your Honor, and the benevolent denizens of our subdivision, appreciating serendipitous finds, opportunistically reclaimed it for their own purposes. Very unfortunate, Judge Bafflemuch sighed, and you, Ms. Lamplight, are now prepared to submit a sworn testimonial affidavit from your paternal unit, detailing his conversations with Ms. Alpha during this retrieval? I do, Your Honor. I do not entertain sworn testimonial affidavits, Ms. Lamplight, Judge Bafflemuch said, holding up a hand. And you cannot orally relate the contents of said affidavit, as that constitutes hearsay, a concept as abhorrent to this court as a flat universe. You have, by your own admission, no discernible counterclaim for your photography services, nor for the non-existent exhibition fees, nor for the judicially dismissed assault. However, Ms. Lamplight, by your own prior admission, you do owe Ms. Alpha the sum of 650 starlight shards, representing the unilaterally agreed-upon increment for the National Canine Grand Exhibition. Airfare, correct? Yes, Your Honor, Lyra Lamplight conceded, her shoulders slumping. Judge Bafflemuch delivered her final, definitive judgment for the plaintiff, Ms. Alpha, in the amount of 650 starlight shards. We are finished here. Court is adjourned, and may both of you, for the sake of future intergalactic harmony, invest in precise, legally sound contractual agreements, perhaps even written on actual rather than holographic parchment. As the bailiff ushered Astrid Alpha and Lyra Lamplight from the hall, a new quiet settled, almost serene after the torrent of grievances. I confess, Sarah, Officer Guffaw amused Miss Scribblefast, Astrid Alpha, despite her often robust pronouncements, perhaps harbored an understandable, if ultimately unfounded, assumption that Ms. Lamplight, upon relocating to her property, would automatically assume the multitudinous responsibilities of perpetual maintenance, rather than merely engaging in the specific, remunerative elements of their nascent business venture. It seems to me that Ms. Lamplight performed a disproportionately larger share of the actual dog management and care, far exceeding any unspoken remuneration, particularly concerning the boarded animals. And yet, she was simultaneously accused of neglecting Ms. Alpha's emotional and physical requirements. A complex emotional and fiscal knot. Ms. Scribblefast, tapping the last few words, looked up. Indeed, officer, I recall Lyra Lamplight's sentiment vividly. She merely learned that she possessed no inherent desire to perpetually take care of another person, and it became glaringly apparent to this judicial observer that Ms. Alpha was exceptionally disappointed that Ms. Lamplight simply refused to conform to her preconceived notions of acceptable interpersonal and professional conduct. A mere 10 days out of 30 total days of custodianship, Officer Gafford recalled. Hardly enough for significant dog training, or indeed the full 20 days for which she originally, and quite ambitiously, sought compensation. It merely solidifies, Sarah, one of the primary tenets imparted during my judicial process certification training, the inviolable truth that one cannot, in any cosmic sense, construct a legally binding contract entirely with oneself. The establishment of mutually agreeable terms, their unequivocal acceptance, and the explicit consideration of all parties are foundational. Lacking these, any arrangement, however reasonable or well-intentioned on one side, remains legally toothless. Mutual celestial assent, officer, Miss Scribblefast confirmed, clicking shut her machine. The sine qua non of contractual formation, a business entanglement, unfortunately, that merely imploded after a single lunar cycle. Fortunately, neither party suffered truly catastrophic losses beyond their respective egos and a modest sum of starlight shards, and by most measures they seemed, at their core, to be perfectly amiable, if slightly delusional, individuals. All, ultimately, transpired acceptably well. Officer DeFaw stretched, feeling the familiar pull of a day's work well done. Indeed, Sarah, and so the cosmic wheel of justice continues its ponderous rotation, ready for the next captivating convolution. The hall remained silent for a moment, the setting sun casting long, dramatic shadows across the dreamwood floors. Outside, the celestial moon was already peeking over the highest spire of Puffball Hollow's most absurd turret, promising more whimsical woes with the dawning of a new cosmic day. In the whimsical world of Kronos Falls, a town notoriously, perhaps even aggressively, punctual and paradoxically prone to temporal anomalies, justice was administered not by some faceless legal machine, but by the incomparable Justice Octavia Ocelot. Her courtroom, the grand chamber of clockwork conviction within the Kronos courts of Capricornia, was less a place of staid jurisprudence and more theatrical spectacle. Gigantic brass cogs adorned the walls, perpetually grinding, clanking, and sometimes, with a particularly emphatic ruling, spewing harmless puffs of steam. On the judge's bench, perched regally amidst an array of meticulously organized cat statuettes, each one representing a different aspect of legal principle, felicity of fact-finding, persuasive precedent, whisker-thin warrants, sat Justice Octavia Ocelot. Her judicial robes were a severe charcoal gray, but her gaze, magnified by spectacles that shimmered with an unsettlingly high temporal refraction index, missed absolutely nothing. She had the demeanor of a perpetually unimpressed feline, constantly teetering on the precipice of delivering either a sharp judicial meow or a full-blown roar of exasperation. This particular Tuesday, a day often plagued by minor temporal fluctuations, the first case on her docket promised to test the very limits of her patience, and possibly the structural integrity of the clockwork chamber itself. It was a case of Dumpleton versus Petal. The court cogs were at a dramatic crescendo. Case number 1160, Dumpleton versus Peddle, announced Biff Bufford, the burly, stentorian bailiff, whose every movement possessed the internal rhythm of a precisely wound pendulum, sometimes audibly ticking during prolonged silences in testimony. His uniform, a rather impractical ensemble of polished chrome and stiff brocade, squeaked with alarming regularity. Before him shuffled Dirk, Drifter Dumpleton, an artist of obscure, possibly non-existent mediums, currently pursuing a career in conceptual unemployment with an unshakable dedication. Dirk, a man whose personal style leaned heavily towards found objects and unintentionally avant-garde dishevelment, sported a shirt that appeared to have been tie-dyed using leftover artisanal fruit jams. His perpetually startled eyes, framed by unkempt hair that mimicked an exploded dandelion, surveyed the grand chamber with a mixture of awe and profound confusion. A single, errant clock spring seemed perpetually caught in his beard, adding to his general air of discombobulation. Across from him, emanating an aura of shimmering, iridescent exasperation, was Pippa Poppy Peddle, a local influencer specializing in holistic pet wellness and crystal-infused digital detoxes. Pippa was a riot of flowing fabrics, each a vibrant hue of a different chakra. Her elaborate hair, pinned up with tiny, blinking LED flower clips, quivered with indignant energy, like a nervous bird trapped in a glitter tornado. The tension between them was so palpable it caused a faint, audible hum from the temporal regulators on the chamber walls, threatening to induce a localized temporal loop, repeating Biff's previous utterance of order on a 3-second delay. Justice Ocelot cleared her throat, a sound remarkably similar to a large cat stretching its vocal cords, resonating with a gravelly dignity that demanded attention. The assembled legal observers, mostly owls and erudite squirrels, immediately stilled their rustling notepads. "Mr. Dumpleton," she began, her voice a low growl that held surprising melodic complexity. A rumble one felt as much as heard. "Yes, you're your feline eminence, ma'am." Dirk stammered, instantly flustered, managing a clumsy bow that almost entangled his ear in a protruding cogwheel. He was, to put it mildly, unprepared for gravitas of Octavia Ocelot. The justice arched a perfectly sculpted eyebrow, a subtle movement that conveyed volumes of world-weary judgment. "There's a common adage, Mr. Dumpleton, regarding those who consistently ignore the glaring claw marks of experience. They persist in pouncing on the same, clearly non-prey, opportunity time and time again. I perused your complaint, which, I might add, took an unfortunate detour through my morning saucer of timely tuna temptation." She paused, letting the implication of liquid damage legal filings hang in the air like a condemned clock. "Pendulum, your long-standing relationship with Miss Peddle, as described here, exists solely through the rather undeniable, and I quote, fact that you produced a shared genetic construct. What is the age of this construct now?" Dirk swallowed, his Adam's apple bobbing like a tiny buoy on a turbulent sea. "6. You're your high paw," he offered, rubbing his neck nervously. He often resorted to such inventive honorifics when under stress, much to the private amusement of Justice Ocelot's highly trained stenographer, a wise old owl named Professor Archimedes Hoot, whose luminous spectacles glinted as he meticulously recorded every syllable. Justice Ocelot flicked a dismissive paw towards her desk, scattering a few flakes of tuna treat onto the pristine legal briefs. "Right, and every so often you seem to float into Miss Peddle's orbit, initiate a verbal cat-and-mouse game, which I imagine is less an intellectual skirmish and more a territorial squabble over the last packet of artisanal lichen crisps, after which she quite reasonably applies a swift expulsion from the domicile. You then observe a period of forced migration for a few cycles, perhaps engaging in a bout of hermetic art installation within your mobile dwelling concept unit. only to be readmitted when the scent of domesticity becomes overwhelming again. Is that not the accurate sequence of events? Right, your felicity, Dirk confirmed, nodding enthusiastically as if this bizarre, cyclical eviction and return ritual was an entirely normal state of affairs, perhaps even a recurring art performance piece he had not yet fully conceptualized. His eyes shone with faint, misguided pride. And after a brief cohabitation, another catfight ensues. You're evicted once more, living out of, let me see, your artisanal mobile dwelling concept unit, which I gather is a ramshackle, time-distorted caravan, or perhaps engaging in brief, illicit squatting at a friend's temporary time bubble, existing off the grid of regulated reality, and then, like a particularly insistent, if unhouse-trained, barn cat returning to forgotten bowl, you return. The justice side, the sound rattling the small, meticulously sculpted cat figurines on her bench, sending shivers through the sentient air purifiers that whirred in the background. According to your complaint, and likely more often than you admit, this has occurred at least 3 times in the last few chronological cycles. And you, Mr. Dumpleton, have the unmitigated gall to claim wrongful eviction. You float in and out of her home as if it were a revolving art exhibit, and when she changes the curator, you complain. Pippa Petals snorted delicately, a sound akin to a unicorn blowing its nose after a particularly robust crystal-infused digital detox. Session, she crossed her arms, the various hues of her chakra-lined robes clashing subtly with the harsh brass of the courtroom. Justice Ocelot fixed Dirk with her piercing gaze, which had the unnerving ability to make one feel like a poorly organized filing system. Before I can sign this wrongful eviction claim to the litter box of bad ideas, a repository overflowing with similarly ill-conceived legal concepts, I have a few simple inquiries. In any of these recent expulsions, were you at any point a signatory on the temporal lease agreement for the dwelling? Did your signature, Mr. Dumpleton, ever grace the official chronal parchment? Dirk's expressive hands fluttered. No, your radiance. It was more an energetic cohabitation agreement, rather than a formal bureaucratic contract. Then how, by the whisker of 1,000 wise toms, do you contend you were evicted, if you had no legal right to residence? Did you expect the Chronos Constabulary to consult your energetic cohabitation document, a document, I might add, that exists purely within the nebulous ether of your own subjective reality? Dirk's brow furrowed, a cascade of clock springs falling from his beard. Well, I kind of flowed in there with her. It wasn't a planned move-in. You see, it was an organic process, a merging of energetic auras. I lived with her from day one, essentially. Day one? What precise temporal marker does day one refer to? Mr. Dumpleton? The dawn of consciousness? The invention of sliced bread? The last time you? Remember to wind your internal clock. February